Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer,
Good to go.
but getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace, no trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Partner Nick Fotno. Nick, a lot of things have happened within the last 2 weeks or so. Acadiana able to get a very big victory last week against Southside to keep their district championship hopes alive. And then last night, Carencro drops what I thought was a very surprising loss in the fashion that it happened to Southside, 70-35. And that really opens the door wide open for Acadiana's chances to win another district title.
Yeah, the Wreckin Rams, they have Sam Houston tonight. You know they're going to have to take care of business there. And there's one thing that a lot of people have been talking about surrounding this Sam Houston game, trap game, right? You've been hearing it a lot. Trap game, catch game, whatever you want to call it, right? Acadiana cannot get caught by Sam Houston. I think if they come out there and execute the way they've been executing the last few weeks, they should have no problem with the Broncos. But this is the perfect trap game opportunity if they were to overlook this opponent where Sam Houston can maybe come up and catch them.
Well, again, it is week 9 already. We talk about how quickly the season goes each and every year. I'm going to say this. Sam Houston, they're always a pretty talented offensive team, but the bugaboo for them is always stopping the veer. That's been something that they've struggled since they've joined the district back in 2011. But I tell you what, Nick, before we get into the facts and figures of the teams tonight, there is a message from Mr. Kenny Alamo and the Acadiana High School that I've been told to share with the fans. For those of you who are tuning in, the Veterans Awareness Game is going to be next Friday night, November 7th, versus Carencro at Bill Dotson Stadium. All veteran alumni from both Acadiana and Carencro are welcome to participate in this event. All veterans are to meet at the Public Library in Scott on Apollo Road at 3:30 p.m. next Friday afternoon. The veterans will begin marching at 4 p.m. to Acadiana High School down the new Apollo Extension in West Village, and it will continue down Rue de Bellier to Bill Dotson Stadium. Tailgate spot number 1 will be cooking for everyone, and Acadiana High will also be providing sideline passes for all veterans making the march. If anyone is interested in learning more about the Veterans March next Friday, please reach out to Mr. Kenny Alamo on Facebook, or you can call or text him at 337-316-0536. That's 337-316-0536. 0536. So a little bit of information right there for the Veterans Awareness Game next Friday night. That's going to be something that's really special to the Acadiana High and Carencro High communities. But let's turn our attention here tonight against Sam Houston. It is their senior night, so they're wrapping up the festivities down on the field with that. And, Nick, it's a beautiful night for football. The weather all week has been phenomenal, starting to kind of dip. It's football weather. We're getting to that playoff time, and you can kind of feel it in the air, literally and figuratively.
The first game where we both wearing jackets. We both got the long sleeves on to kind of keep the cold weather down. And this is what fall is all about, this weather, this football. This is when you start feeling like, right, it's football season and you're starting to get towards the playoffs, right? This is where the games really start to matter. And Acadiana had a big game last week against Southside. They were able to take care of business. And a big one next week against Carencro, where for all intents and purposes that will be for the district championship. Not only that, but Cole, you and I were talking on the drive up here and kind of doing some math. We think that game next week is going to be for a home game. So the winner will probably host that first round playoff game, and whoever loses that game will have to travel. So just a monumental game, not even with that on top of the on top of just the rivalry and everything going on surrounding the two programs. And for me, that's the biggest issue with what this game presents. This Sam Houston game is that pretty much everybody's talking about Karen Crow. I mean, you and I in our text messages, we've been talking about Karen Crow. Like, we've totally overlooked this Sam Houston. And look, we're fans and we're broadcasters and we can do those types of things. You just hope the coaches and the kids down there didn't do the same thing. I think that this is not one of Sam Houston's better teams, but it doesn't matter. If you go out there and kind of be lackadaisical and not take care of business, Sam Houston could very well come up here and steal a win. So don't overlook this team. Let's focus on this team tonight. Yes, it's a big game next week against Karen Crow, but this one's important too. You got to get this W before you can go get next week's.
Well, while we're on topic, let's go ahead and introduce tonight's teams. Always starting off with your Acadiana Wreckin Rams. They come into this one 5-3 overall, but 5-0 in District 3-5A. Led by head coach Doug Dotson in his first year, offensive coordinator James Estes, and defensive coordinator Matt Moreau. Last week, the Rams had that big win against Southside over there at the Reef, 17-14, a very big win to continue their quest for another district championship. In 2024, Acadiana beat the Broncos 59-7. The Broncos, actually, Nick, we talked about this a little bit earlier. The Broncos have never beaten Acadiana High School in the entire history of its school. They did join District 3-5A back in 2011. I do want to thank defensive back coach and a guy that graduated with me, Caesar Trahan, for providing me with team info. As always, Caesar, appreciate our conversations that we have before each and every game, and you filling me in on injuries and things like that. But coming into this one, Acadiana's currently ranked number 18 in the D1 Select Power Rankings. The Rams control their own destiny with a win tonight for that 3-5A district title. And again, we mentioned Karen Crow losing last night 70-25 versus Southside really opened the door for them to be in the driver's seat the rest of the way. The Veer Machine offense averaging 35.9 points per game. They are averaging also 46.2 points per game in district play. Last week, they had 255 total yards against the Sharks. They're led by quarterback/wide receiver Colin DeBetta. Last week, Colin was 50% passing for 38 yards. He also had 4 carries for 13 yards and 1 catch for 28 yards. Splitting time with him at the quarterback position is going to be quarterback/wide receiver Ty Lamartina. Last week, Ty was also 50% passing for 28 yards. He also had 1 catch for 23 yards. On the ground, carrying the load last week was running back Deion Simon. He had 18 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the side of him is running back Syrian Joseph, or Cy Joseph, as we're going to be calling him from here on out. But last week, 17 carries for 54 yards. If you remember that methodical late drive in that game, Cy Joseph was the one on those big third down carries that kept the sticks moving. So I wanted to make sure we gave him some love. When they go out wide, they're going to go to wide receiver Travis the Train Gallion. Last week, a quiet week, 2 catches for 15 yards. He also had 4 carries for 9 yards as well. Terrible Turk defense allowing 24.4 points per game. 15.4 points per game allowed in district play. Last week, they only allowed 173 yards versus a very talented Southside Shark offense. Injury report tonight, active, coming back tonight. Running back Troy Kinnerson is back in the lineup, as is linebacker/running back Javian Lawrence. We will see him tonight as well. Out tonight is going to be offensive lineman George Gettridge and middle linebacker Gavin Coleman. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Nick Fotno, and he will give you the starting lineups for your Acadiana Wreckin Rams.
Here are the starters tonight for the Acadiana High School Wrecking Rams. At quarterback, junior number 6, Colin DeBetta. Splitting time with him at quarterback will be senior number 1, Ty Lamartina. The wide receiver tonight will be number 0, senior Travis Gallion. The running backs tonight will be senior number 2, Troy Kinnerson, senior number 8, Deion Simon, and senior number 9, Syrian Joseph. The tight end tonight will be senior number 81, Tayshawn Benjamin. On the offensive line tonight, left tackle will be senior number 78, Channing Jackson. Junior number 52, Kedrick Bourgeois will be the left guard. Center is senior number 63, Nathan Fant. The right guard is junior number 57, Nicholas Cooper, getting his first start of the season. And right tackle will be junior number 54, Isaiah Avalos. On the defense tonight for the Wreckin Rams, at defensive tackle, senior number 97, Christian Davis, and senior number 98, Jackson Hiltz. The defensive ends tonight for the Wreckin Rams, senior number 44, Dante Chavis, and the LSU commit, senior number 87, Darius McKinley. The linebackers tonight, sophomore number 20, Tylen Nolan, and senior number 4, Isaiah Lavallee. The nickelback tonight will be senior number 22, Gavin Hysaw. The strong safety will be senior number 3, Keon Leday. Free safety will be senior number 15, J.L. Malbrew. And the cornerbacks tonight, senior number 24, Ty Thomas, and sophomore number 11, Mikel Narcisse. The kicker and punter tonight will be junior number 90, Josh Marquez. And those are the starters tonight for the Acadiana High School Wreckin' Rams.
So that's the starting lineup for your Acadiana Wreckin' Rams. Let's turn the page really quickly. The Sam Houston Broncos is going to come into this one 3-5 overall in the year, 2-3 in District 3-5A. They're led by head coach Chad Davis in his 4th year. Coach says, we have a lot of hungry kids back and a few upperclassmen that lettered last year. We had a great offseason and already had 6 players sign in this class with colleges. Offensively, they're averaging 29.9 points per game. Last week, they had 515 total yards versus Nish, where they won that game 55-32. They're going to be led by quarterback Gavin Breaux. He's 6'2", 210. He's powerful, speedy quarterback, and he is the leader of this young offense. Last week, Gavin had 64% passing, 141 through the air, and a touchdown. He also had 12 carries, for 126 yards. On the ground, they have running back E.J. Haney. He's a track star with 4.6 speed. Last week, get this, folks, 36 carries for 248 yards and 6 touchdowns. He was listed as one of GoPrep's top players in the state last week against Nish. They're going to be also led when they go to the passing game. Tight end Cooper Wiersema. He has good hands with speed. Last week he had 3 catches for 113 yards and a touchdown. And out wide, they have wide receiver Kemarian Edwards, 4.5 speed. Last week he had 2 catches for 20 yards. And I do want to mention this, folks. They have an offensive lineman. He's a guard on this team. He's a junior, Albert Simeon, 6'4", 280 pounds. He is a 5-star recruit as a junior, and he has 20-plus D1 offers, including most of the SEC. So he's a big kid. You'll see him on the screen tonight. I believe he wears number 79, but that is a look at their offense. We're going to turn the page really quickly to the Bronco defense, allowing 38 points per game this season. They're going to be led by Caden Guillory, 6'2", 205. He's a 3-year starter, and as I mentioned, he is the defensive leader of this ball club. Also, linebacker Cameron Mayo, 6'1", 205. He's a 2-year starter. Last year, he had over 50 tackles on the season. Up front, they're going to be led by defensive tackle Jeremy Jones, 5'9", 235. He's another one of those 2-year starters. And then lastly, defensive tackle / defensive end Ian Mesh, 6'1", 225. Another one of those 2-year starters for the Broncos. We're down on the field. We're just waiting for the coin toss. It looks like J.L. Malbrew, Channing Jackson, and I believe that's Nathan Fant is the captains tonight for your Wreckin' Rams. We're just waiting for the head official to make the toss. It seems like Sam Houston has won the toss. Sam Houston has won the toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff, so they will do so coming from their south end zone. And we mentioned it, Nick, it's a great night for football. The season has literally flown by this year. We talk about it every year, honestly. But Acadiana's got a big test in front of them. And what I mean by that is not falling asleep. Trap game, this is the classic sense of it. We got our hands full with a talented Sam Houston offense. It's, we talked about it a little bit earlier. We imagine that they'll have trouble with the veer machine as they have the last decade and a half or so.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to stop it in any game that they've played against the Wreckin' Rams, and the Wreckin' Rams having Troy Kenderson back is not going to do any favors for Sam Houston. So it should be one of these games where if you just take care of business, you should be able to come out of here with a victory, come out unscathed, and get moving on to that big game next week. But what you don't want to do is just overlook it. Even if you come out and play lethargic, even if you would win by 1 score or something like that, where it's just you're looking bad, you don't want to do that. So just come out, play crisp, be fine-tuned when you head into that game against Karen Crow next week. Again,
we want to thank you, Ram Nation, for tuning in tonight, as you always do. We're on the road tonight at Wayne Hooper Stadium, at the campus of Sam Houston here in Moss Bluff. We always enjoy bringing you Wreckin' Ram football each and every Friday night. Josh Marquez back to kick it away. Acadiana white tops, gold pants, a very classic look. And week 9 is underway. Kickoff brought in at about the 9-yard line. Going to be across the 20, down at about the 25-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, and I believe this will be holding against Sam Houston that'll back him up. Penalties seem to have been against Gavin Heisall, number 22, the nickelback.
And guys, we do know that we're having some video difficulties. We're going to be getting it back as soon as we can. For now, it'll just be audio, and once we get the video back, it'll be up and running for you guys. So we're very aware of what's happening. We've gotten about 25 text messages already since it started, so we're working on it. We're going to get it up and running and hopefully have the video for you guys back.
Yeah, keep in mind, folks, we are using the away amenities over here. It's not like we're doing a home game, but you know, we're blessed to be able to bring you these games at home and on the road. So when we do come on the road and we bring a crew of, you know, about 10 students, we do what we can, and we got the guys upstairs getting the work in, but we're going to do a classic radio call until we get it.
Looks like we got it back.
Well, there you go. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Quarterback in the gun with a running back on his hip. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Give him a gain of about 4. Should be 2nd and 6.
It's going to be tough for them to move the ball against the defense. That was a nice 4-yard gain right there from Sam Houston. But you got those guys up front with Jackson Hiltz and Darius McKinley and those big guys up there that have been really, really staunch all year long. It's going to be tough for the Broncos to get any movement up there on the line of scrimmage.
Bro in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Haney in the backfield behind him. 2nd and 6. Bro takes the snap. He's going to swing it far side. Ball's incomplete. Good job right there. I believe it's Ty Thomas disrupting that play. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Terrible Turks. An early opportunity to get off the field here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a 3 and out, get that ball into the offense's hands, and kind of set that tone. I think Sam Houston was smart for taking the ball. I don't normally agree with that. I like to take the ball in the second half, but they didn't want to give Acadiana the chance to kind of burn that clock and set the tone. But here, if you get a 3 and out, you get the ball in your hands with less than a minute off the clock and have Acadiana in really good shape.
3 receivers far side, 1 in the near side. Bro in the shotgun, Haney on his hip. Takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to just throw this one away, and it's going to be high of his intended receiver, number 20, Taylon Nolan, on the coverage. And just like that, the Terrible Turks force an early 3 and out.
Impressive penetration right there by the Terrible Turks on the defensive line. About 3 Wreckin Rams just converged on the quarterback, didn't allow him to have much going. He still got it off, and then a great closing play by Ty Nolan to close it out and put the ball in the air. Now the special teams are going to have to make a play here and get you the ball. Looks like you're going to be in real good field position on the other side of the 50.
Colin DeBetta, the quarterback, going to receive this punt at the 40-yard line. Kick is away. It's a little wobbly. Going to bounce at the 40 and kick out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So the Wreckin Ram Veer machine is going to start in plus territory at the 45, 1st and 10.
And honestly, this is kind of how this Acadiana Sam Houston series has really been, right? Sam Houston just struggles to get anything going. It really never really feels like they're in the game at any point. And already we're a minute into the game. They've already got a 3 and out. Acadiana has the ball on the other side of the 50. And these are how these games have kind of played out. Where even when Sam Houston has the better teams that they've had in school history, Acadiana just comes in, controls the game, and comes out with an easy win.
2 receivers far side. DeBetta under center. Snap. He's going to keep it himself. No, he hands it off. Hands it off, and it's a big gain. Give him a gain of about 15. And Deion Simon on the first carry of the game moves the sticks for the Veer machine.
I mean, I know it's only 1 carry, but that sure feels like what it's going to be all night. I mean, it's just going to be veer, inside, outside. They're not going to have any answer for it. Simon takes a big gain right there on 1st down, and I mean they're already knocking on the red zone, Cole.
Love seeing Troy Kennerson back in that backfield. He's been battling a couple of injuries this year, but he is active tonight, and he's active at the right time, starting, that playoff run. 1st and 10. Going to swing it out to Gallion. Complete at the 30. He splits a guy. The 20. Can he get there? He's in the end zone. Travis the Train Gallion from about 30 yards out puts it in the end zone for the first score of the night. And your Wreckin Rams take an early 6-0 lead.
And it didn't matter. There were 3 guys that could have made the tackle on Gallion. He just busted it right through all of them, right into the end zone. And so that's a different dynamic that Travis Gallion brings to the offense. And when you can run the ball for about a 14-yard gain on first down, on the very next play, dish it out to Gallion on the outside for a touchdown, it's going to be really hard for Sam Houston to get any momentum in this game.
Josh Marquez on to kick the point after. Ty Lambertina to hold. 10:24 left to go in the first quarter. Acadiana leads. Ooh, it's a short kick. Does he have it in? Let's see. It's good. Acadiana leads this one 7-0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back. Stick around for more WRP here on YouTube.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
Let's get it.
Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff, Louisiana. You just watched Travis Gallion take a touchdown reception down the field 30 yards. Acadiana with an early 7-0 lead. Josh Marquez on to kick this one away, and good start, Nick. That's the one thing that Acadiana's done well this year is get off, especially in district play, has get off to quick starts.
And that play to Gallion might have just caught him off guard. I think they were expecting what we were talking about, right? Veer, and he just dished it out to Gallion on the outside, and he was wide open, busted a couple tackles, and he's in the end zone.
Marquez kicks this one away. It's high and very deep, and it's in the end zone. So the Broncos will start this one 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I mean, the defense kind of set the tone on that first drive, right? Just got the 3 and out. If you can get another 3 and out here and get the ball, I mean, you're looking at a minute and a half off the clock. You're already up 7-0. You're getting the ball at halftime. I mean, you've already got a lot of momentum early in this game. And honestly, the energy in the stadium has kind of been deflated. It was kind of like that all night. I mean, they did the senior night festivities, and the team wasn't really working out. They had stopped the hype music, and all that stuff kind of matters. And the energy is just really flat right now, and Acadiana taking control.
1st and 10, 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, empty backfield. Speed sweep. He's going to keep it himself, though. This is Bro on the carry. He's across the line of scrimmage. A very good gain. A gain of about 25, and it's going to be a Bronco first down. Respot this ball at the 45-yard line. So able to kind of spread that defensive line and hit it up the middle on a quarterback draw, and first down Broncos. They're going to go quick here. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Bro in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hand off to Haney up the middle. Trying to break through the front line, and he does. Give him a gain of about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
Okay, so now they're kind of punching back, right? They got punched in the face. Looks like Sam Houston's punching back. That great play on first down with the quarterback keeper kind of fooled the defense, was able to draw it up the middle, and right there, another nice gain on first down. They're looking at 2nd and 5, manageable. They're moving the ball.
3 receivers near side. Bro. Hands off to Haney, trying to turn the corner. But he's going to be tackled. It looks like it'll be no gain. Darius McKinley on the stop. And once again, Acadiana holds him to a 3rd and 6.
We've seen Darius McKinley all year just kind of decide, all right, enough's enough, right? I'm either going to take a game over, I'm going to close a game, I'm going to stop a team from getting momentum. And right there, that's kind of what it was. It seemed like Haney had a nice gain up the middle. McKinley just closed it down, tackled him for a loss.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, but they do have a wing lined up to the left of the formation. Slot goes in motion. Bro stands in. He's met by Isaiah Lavallee. Can he bring him down? He will. Isaiah Lavallee going to get credited for the sack right there, and the Terrible Turks able to force another punt early in this ball game.
Nice play from Lavallee busting through the line. It almost seemed like it was a corner blitz, but he was actually from the linebacker spot. He kind of let the receiver go. It looked like the receiver was going to be open, but quarterback couldn't find him and was able to take him down for the sack. Nice play from the defense getting off the field on the 3 and out again.
Colin DeBetta back there to receive the punt. He's going to be standing at about the 40-yard line. Snap is a good one. Punt is away. It's a nice one. End over end. Going to bounce at about the 30, about the 25-yard line, and Acadiana's going to have to go 75 yards to extend its lead.
Yeah, good decision by Colin not to pick it up. Don't want to make a mistake. Don't want to do anything dumb. I think that's the only way you're going to find yourself on the other side of the scoreboard, the wrong side of the scoreboard, is if you make a turnover or a critical mistake. So nice job by Colin. And look, 75 yards away from the end zone, you can give Acadiana an opportunity to maybe burn some of that clock and really set the tone and do one of those patented drives where you just run the ball down the field and find yourself in the end zone. So I don't mind starting right here or losing a few yards on field position. This is the kind of field position that Acadiana really thrives in, where they can have that methodical drive where they go down the field.
1st and 10, ball at the 26. Looking to get Troy Kinnerson's name involved early in this one. Handoff up the middle. There he goes. He's got one man to beat, and he beat him.
Never mind.
Troy Kinnerson to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Welcome back, young man. Touchdown, Rams.
I was going to say it's very nice that we were able to not really miss a step for Troy to get out for a couple of games. And Dion and Zarian kind of took over and really filled in the gap that he had left. But the first carry that Troy Kinnerson gets, he takes it to the house. And that's really what he's done all year. I mean, he had a couple of explosive plays, even in those early season games, even in that Ruston game and the Zachary game. Kinnerson was having explosive plays. And right there, he gets his first carry back in the lineup and takes it for 6.
8:06 left to go in this first quarter, and your Wreckin' Rams are up 13-0, pending the point after. Snap is good. Marquez's kick is up. Marquez's kick is good. 14-0. We're going to take a quick break, but come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
Hey, Wreckin' Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Dusson, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Dusson, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun and Zydeco breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Dusson, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Dusson, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Your Acadiana Wreckin' Rams with a very early 14-0 lead in this one. What is it, Nick? 3 plays, 2 touchdowns? That's a pretty good percentage right there, my man.
Yes.
Sam Houston's defense has no answer so far for the Veer machine.
So much for the methodical drive I was calling for at the 75-yard line. One play and they housed it.
Josh Marquez back to kick this one away. It's a high, deep kick. It's going to be right on that fringe, though, and it will be taken in at about the 2. Tackled at about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Broncos will start their drive. 1st and 10.
Cole, that Kevin Knockan commercial for Knox, where he says Big D, is the funniest commercial. I hope he never changes that commercial. I hope that's the ad for Knox for as long as Knox wants to sponsor their broadcast. I mean, we just crack up every time we hear it. It's hilarious.
No offense to any of our sponsors, but I mean, when you get Kevin Knockan saying, "I'm in Big D and I don't mean Dallas," Dusson. I love it. I love it.
So great.
Love it.
So
and if
great.
y'all ain't been there, y'all need to go. Talk about a good time.
Yes. Great burgers over there at Knox.
1st and 10 Broncos. Looks like it's going to be 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, and they will have a wing in the formation set up to the right. Bro in the shotgun. Handoff to Haney up the middle, but he's going to be met by Darius McKinley. Darius McKinley's going to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage, call it a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11.
You can't help but to compare him to his brother Dominic, who was here a couple years ago and is now playing at LSU. But, man, don't you just feel like he gets off the ball a little bit quicker than Dominic used to? And Dominic was great. Darius just seems to be a little quicker off of it. A little bit smaller than Dominic is, but, man, what a football player.
3 receivers far side, 1 near side.
Again.
Met up behind the line of scrimmage. And guess who?
Yeah.
Darius McKinley for the 2nd play in a row. Tackle for loss. That'll back him up another 2 or 3 yards. And it looks like the Broncos will be set up about 3rd and 13.
When he gets the determination that he's going to take over a game, he just does it. I mean, nobody can stop him. We've seen it in multiple games where he just clicks inside of him, and it gets in his mind that he's going to take it over. And that's what he's done so far early tonight in this first quarter.
3rd and DeRitter. Three receivers far side, one near side. Bro, three-step drop, looking near side. Looking. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got a lane. He's across the... He's going to be right at that stick, Nick. It's going to depend where they spot him, but I think he might have enough for the first down, and he will. What a run right there by Bro on a 3rd and 13 to move the sticks.
And the second time that he's really caught Acadiana looking. I think the first time was a design draw. That time wasn't designed, just the coverage was so good down the field. He decided to go up and run in the middle of the field, was wide open. So the Acadiana needs to adjust to what Bro's doing back there, because when he gets to moving, he can hurt you with his legs.
Two receivers near side, one on the far side. A wing set up to the left of the formation. Handoff. No, he's going to keep it himself. Bro tucks it. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, a third tackle, and he's going to be tackled at about just shy of the 50-yard line. Call it a gain of about 17, and it's going to be another first down for the Broncos.
At this point, Sam Houston feels like, all right, this is working. This quarterback run stuff is working, and I tell you what, it is. They are having a lot of success with it. I could see them going back to it over and over again until Acadiana adjusts the defense to stop it.
1st and 10. Bro's going to throw it out wide. It's complete, but falls down right away. Looks like it'll be a gain of 1. Ball's going to be spotted at the 50. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, if he's not going to make the accurate throws there, I think they'll just keep it on the ground and allow him to run when he has that success so far. And look, it's been an issue for Acadiana in a lot of games. We saw it in the Barb game, even though Acadiana was able to win. Jalandon Gray, once he was able to run the ball and kind of get moving, it gave Acadiana fits. And so far, Bro early tonight is doing the same thing.
2nd and 9. Bro takes the snap. Handoff up the middle to Haney. Breaks through the line of scrimmage, and he's got a lane. He cuts it outside. He's across the 30, across the 20, and that's where he's going to step out at about the 21-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the Broncos got something going on this drive.
Bro's really good at the RPO, the hand fake. It kind of fools you. You have to keep your eye on him because he's so good when he tucks and runs. And I think a lot of the defenders kind of had their eye on Bro. He gives it to Haney and allowed Haney to get it. So that RPO is really working for Sam Houston so far on this drive.
Broncos going quick, 3 receivers near side. Bro takes the snap. Handoff to Haney up the middle. He's got a lane. He's across the 15. It looks like he's met at about the 10. He's across the 10 and be brought down at about the 8. And that'll be enough for a Bronco first down, 1st and goal, ball at the 8. And definitely got something brewing on this drive. Acadiana's terrible Turks are going to have to bow their neck right here.
You can see Bro holds the ball, and the defenders are just stopped in their tracks, and they don't know where the ball's going.
Going quick here. Haney up the middle, but met by, I believe that's number 44, Dante Chavis, meets him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, see, on that play, it was a straight handoff, and Acadiana was ready for it. But that RPO is giving him problems. When he's holding the ball and kind of you don't know what he's going to do, and the defenders are literally frozen, and then whatever you do, either he runs it or the running back runs it. And I think so far they're so focused on Bro because he's had a couple of big runs. It's allowing Haney to kind of break it and get some nice gains.
Things get a little bit tighter down here. Like I mentioned, would love to get off the field, only giving up 3. Bro in the shotgun, slot goes in motion. Fakes the handoff, throws it on a quick slant. He's wide open, touchdown. Touchdown Broncos from about 8 yards out. A good strike right there from Gavin Bro. And the Broncos get on the board for the first time tonight, 14-6, pending the point after.
Hey, tip your hat to Sam Houston. Fantastic drive. They used a great combination of RPO, fooled Acadiana on a couple of plays, ran the ball, got a nice big gain, and capped it off with a pass. I mean, that was a very efficient drive for Sam Houston. And when you thought Acadiana was going to be able to just kind of put this game away and take it over, Sam Houston, the answer with a touchdown, and now you have a football game.
14-7, you reckon Rams still lead this one with 4:22 left to go in the first quarter. Let's take a short timeout, but we'll be back with more WRP here on YouTube.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the certainty of this delivery,
This team will make a push in January.
Absolutely, they're still in it.
but getting that delivery.
What do you think, Johnny?
How do you know my name?
You're wearing a name tag.
Oh, yeah. 2-second rule?
So don't settle for just any insurance. When there's State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff, Louisiana. You just watched Sam Houston on a touchdown strike from 8 yards out. And back deep to receive this one's going to be Travis Gallion and Colin DeBetta standing at the 10-yard line. The kick is on the ground. It's going to be brought in at the 40 by J.L. Malbrew, who takes a knee. And Acadiana's Veer Machine is going to have some pretty good field position to start this drive.
This is the real test for Sam Houston if they want to have a chance to stay in this game and be in this game. Can their defense stop anything that Acadiana is doing? So far, no. I mean, so far, Acadiana has 3 plays from scrimmage. 2 of them have gone for touchdown. And so Acadiana just doing what you're doing will keep you in the field, even if you end up in a game where you're trading back and forth touchdowns. Sam Houston's defense has not shown so far in this game that they can stop what Acadiana's doing.
2 receivers near side. It's going to be Lambertina and Gallion. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Give them a gain of about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
And really the first play that wasn't explosive. I mean, the first play from scrimmage that Acadiana didn't have, that didn't go for a big gain. The first down drive on the first drive went for about 14. Then you had the touchdown to Gallion. Kennerson broke one for about 75 yards. So that play right there, even though it was a 2-yard gain, really the first play where Sam Houston kind of stopped you, even though you still got a 2-yard gain.
Classic Veer Machine, a receiver to each side of the formation. Handoff. Joseph. Thrown down after a gain of about 5, and Acadiana is going to have it 3rd and about, let's call it a long 3, but definitely a manageable opportunity here.
This could set yourself up for that methodical drive that I thought was going to happen on the last one before Kennerson broke it, but just a drive where maybe you burn the rest of this clock into the first quarter, take us into the second, end it with a touchdown, but even still, the defense for Sam Houston, in order to stay in this game, is going to have to find an answer for what Acadiana is doing. So far, they haven't had it.
3rd and 4. 2 receivers near side. Option. DeBetta's going to tuck it inside and dive forward, and he'll have a gain of about 5 and just enough to move the sticks.
Nice play from DeBetta to read the defense and fall forward for that first down. And that's all you need to do to move the sticks. You get 3-3-4, 3-3-4. Those are first downs all day long, and that's what Acadiana does on that drive. DeBetta falls forward for the first down, keeps the sticks moving, keeps the clock moving. This is going to be one of those drives where they just kind of set the tone and burn it and run it and kind of wear you down.
1st and 10, ball of the 48. Handoff, Kennerson. Excuse me, that's Simon on the carry. Good for a gain of, let's call it 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
And when the veer works like this, it's just so beautiful to watch. You know, we've said it for years, right? You know it's coming and you can't stop it, and that's what's happening tonight. Where everybody knows what's coming. Sam Houston knows what's coming. The defense knows, and he just can't stop it because it's just so fluid. And right now I feel Colin DeBetta's playing about as good as he's played all year, right at the right time of the season where you want everything clicking. It's really starting to become a little bit crisper than it has been in the earlier weeks, and this is the right time for that to happen.
2nd and 3. Ball of the 41. Gallion near side receiver. Lambertina far side. Handoff. Joseph up the middle. They're going to mark him pretty much at the stick, and I believe he does have enough for the first down. We're just waiting for the call. And there it is.
There it is.
Side Joseph on the carry. 1st and 10. Veer Machine.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough if you're Sam Houston. You had that great drive there to get in the end zone and get points and maybe kind of feel like you're into the game, but it's kind of been the story for Sam Houston all year long. Their offense can put up these points and hang with these better teams, but the defense just doesn't have what it takes to stop it. We saw it against Karen Crow where they put up a bunch of points against Karen Crow, but Karen Crow was too much, and Acadiana's kind of proven that same thing where Sam Houston might put up points, but Acadiana's offense is going to not be able to be stopped.
It's an end around the Gallion. He's going to have to break a tackle. He does. He's across the 40, cuts inside. He's across the 30, but he's going to be met at about the 27-yard line, but it will be enough to move the sticks for the Veer Machine. Travis Gallion getting his name called once again tonight.
I like that play. That's a play we really haven't seen too much this year where they kind of run Gallion on the end around. And, you know, Gallion's kind of becoming a bigger part in the offense after he missed those first few games this year, but now he's in there. They have a lot more plays for him. He's more familiar with what Acadiana is doing, and I think he's going to be a major impact as we move forward into the big part of the season.
1st and 10 Rams. Trap play. Simon breaks the defensive line. Give him a gain of, let's call it 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Another good run right there by Simon.
And the Sam Houston tackles are tackling Acadiana forward. So where if they would just bring him down, it might be like a 4-yard gain. Tackles him forward. He falls forward for like 2 or 3 more yards, and that's what happens there. But all 3 running backs right now, Simon and Kennerson, and we have seen Joseph with a couple of carries. They're all very effective. Everybody's able to move the ball, kind of control that line of scrimmage behind the Veer Machine.
Simon and Joseph remain in the backfield, 2nd and 3. Simon trying to get outside. He does. He's across the 10. He cuts inside, and Dion Simon gets in the end zone. He does a little dance.
I was looking at the clock going. I was like, there's 28 seconds left. They run one more play. We'll probably get out of the first quarter. And Simon breaks it for a touchdown. And Sam Houston just doesn't have the defense to stop what Acadiana is doing. I think even if the offense were to go down and score a touchdown, Acadiana would just answer it. And right now, when you're working with a 2-score lead and getting the ball at halftime, everything's going Acadiana's way right now.
25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 20-7, your Wreckin' Rams lead this one, pending Josh Marquez's point after. Flag on the play. I believe this is going to be an illegal procedure against Acadiana. I think Marquez moved a little early. No, they're going to call offside against the Broncos. Usually, Acadiana goes for 2 when they get half the distance on these, but we'll have to see what James Estes and Doug Dotson want to do here, and they will go for 2. Not surprising. We've seen it a lot this year. If you're going to make a mistake on special teams, Acadiana pretty much known to make you pay for it. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 1-yard line, and that's why you run the veer, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, the Acadiana offense is set for this play, right? This is what it's made for, a first down and short or a goal line play. This is what Acadiana offense is all about.
How about this? They put their big offensive lineman at nose tackle, handoff up the middle, flag on the play. Offsides once again.
Oh, my.
Against the Broncos, cut half the distance, so it'll be at the 6-inch yard line, and we'll get to do this all over again.
Nose of the football will be touching the goal line at this point.
As I mentioned, Albert Simeon, the 5-star offensive guard, is lined up at nose tackle. And guys, he's 6'4", 280. He's a load out there to push off the ball.
We saw the Sam Houston team walking into the stadium tonight. I mean, he stood out. He stood out from the rest of the roster. He's definitely a load.
Oh yeah, he's one of those guys that comes off the bus first for sure.
Yes.
Handoff Simon up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. So Dion Simon gets the touchdown. Dion Simon gets the 2-point conversion. 22-7, your Wreckin' Rams lead this one. We'll take a quick break, but come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff. You just watched Acadiana drive down the field to take a 22-7 lead against the Sam Houston Broncos. Real quick, want to give a shout out. Burbank's Bar and Grill in Judice, Louisiana. My dad is out there with my entire family, Blair and the kids, cooking tonight for our Halloween on the back patio. Luke Burbank, Brooke Burbank, want to thank them for hosting. Want to give you guys a shout out. Love y'all. Marquez's kick. It's a sky kick. A very good one, I might add. Ball's going to be taken at the 15. Tackled at about the 28-yard line, and that's where the Broncos will have it, 1st and 10.
We'll be interested to see if any adjustments were made on the defensive side to kind of stop that RPO attack that Sam Houston had on that last drive. So Cole, it's like they have a flag on the play. We'll find out what it is.
Yeah, flag on the play at about the 27-yard line at the hash marks. Have to wait and see. Another shout out, Uncle Crunk Chris Manuel, tuning in from Gulf Shores tonight, tailgate spot number 1.
I want to give a shout out to the timeless Lou Broussard who gave me a phone charger. We put an APB out on a phone charger. we asked Tracy Hanks down there if she had one, and she had one, but I have the old iPhone, so she couldn't use it. She got Miss Lou, who's just always been at Acadiana, it seems, for our entire lives, and she had one. So shout out Miss Lou for letting me use her charger.
Penalty was against the Broncos. It'll back them up to about the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Wing goes in motion to the left of the formation. Bro takes the snap, hands off to Haney up the middle, breaks the initial tackle, Good job right there by keeping his feet, but it's only going to give him a gain of maybe 1 or 2. It's going to be second and about 8.
Yeah, as I was saying before that flag hit, I'm interested to see what the defense does adjustment-wise, if they're able to adjust to what Bro and Haney were doing on that previous drive. They had a lot of success. So we'll see if the defense was able to adjust and kind of snuff that out.
And that's going to be the end of your first quarter, and what a first quarter it was. Acadiana able to get in the end zone 3 times and take a 22-7 lead early in this one. Come on back. We'll bring you the second quarter here on WRP.
Hey, Wreckin' Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Tucson, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Tucson, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun Exotico breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Tucson, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Tucson, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Malls Bluff. Start of the second quarter. Wreckin' Rams leading this one 22-7. Nick, I'd be remiss if I didn't give the most important shout out of the night. Miss J.D. Fotno, our number one fan watching tonight. Of course, I want to tell Miss J.D. hi, how you doing? I haven't seen her at all this year, Nick. I might have to go make a pass. I saw her a couple times last year, but I didn't see her yet this year.
Did your sausage po' boy sell a few weeks ago, and she didn't come with me to pick them up? But that's usually where y'all are able to catch up and catch up on the pleasantries that y'all have every year.
2nd and 8. Slot goes in motion. Bro takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. Got a couple lead blockers. Well-designed play right there is going to be enough to move the sticks for a Bronco first down. And that's the play that has definitely worked so far tonight for the Broncos, that quarterback keep.
It's an issue for the Wreckin' Ram defense. They just have no answer for it. It's worked even on the drive that Acadiana went 3 and out. Bro was able to have a nice gain on an RPO, on a design run play, on a busted play. If Bro decides to run the ball, he's getting good gains.
Trips in tight right here. The entire offense goes in motion. 4 receivers to the far side. He's going to throw it, swing it out to the far side. It's complete. Cuts inside the 30 at about the 35, and that's where he'll be brought down. Give him a gain of about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A more accurate throw from Bro there. Probably gains a few more yards, but it goes a little high, and the receiver has to jump to catch it. Once he brings it down, the defense kind of converges on him. He still gets a 5-yard gain, but if Bro really hits him where he needed it, he has a bigger gain than what he ended up with.
Another shout out, Mr. Donnie. Tailgate spot number 1 tuning in tonight from the camp. Appreciate you. 3 receivers near side. Bro in the shotgun. Haney, the running back behind him. 2nd and 6. Handoff to Haney. Met at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he'll lose a couple. Isaiah Lavallee as well as Keon Lede in on the tackle, and Acadiana able to force about a 3rd and 7 here.
Yeah, this is a nice job by the defense to kind of snuff out what's going on with that RPO, because it was giving them fits. It even gave them fits on that first down. But whenever Bro hands it off to Haney, Acadiana has a little bit more success right there. It's when Bro keeps it on the RPO that it's giving Acadiana the most trouble.
3rd and 7. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Running back goes in motion. Bro looking downfield, throws it downfield. Incomplete. Broken up by number 24, Ty Thomas. And once again, the Broncos are going to have to punt this one away.
Great play from Ty Thomas. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to be either right at the sticks or move the chains on a first down. Thomas comes in and knocks it out to kind of get off the field and put the offense back on the field. But it's a nice play from Thomas coming in at the end and breaking up that catch, because the throw was there, the catch was about to be made. Thomas comes in and knocks it out and prevents Sam Houston from sustaining that drive.
Travis Gallion standing at about the 40-yard line. Would love to see him get a shot on a punt return here. Snap is a good one. Kick is away. It's high and deep, and I think he will get a chance. Brought in at about the 35. Looking for a lane. He's going to cut up the middle So maybe gets 5 yards on the return. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 43-yard line, and that's where the Veer machine will have it, 1st and 10.
He makes everything look impressive. I mean, even on the losses, like a little 5-yard gain right there. It just looks impressive. He's kind of gliding across the football field. He's just a really fun player to watch, and I'm really excited to kind of see what happens for the rest of this season once Acadiana, gets into the playoffs and can really use Gallion to his full expectation to see what he's going to be capable of.
Another shout out, Nick, your favorite guy, Shoe Pick Reshort, tuning in from Youngsville. He's trick-or-treating with the grandbaby, so thank you for that. I believe this is a timeout down on the field, and I tell you what, we're going to take a quick timeout as well. Come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
At the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, we believe building a strong organization starts with preparation, leverages teamwork, and harnesses the character of each individual. While using cutting-edge technologies and state-of-the-art equipment, our brave deputies are dedicated to keeping you and your loved ones safe. We're more than law enforcement. We're a team working together in service of our communities. The Acadiana Wreckin Rams know a lot about service, teamwork, and winning. When you're ready to join our championship team, come by.
What happened? We're back, folks, and after a penalty, Sam Houston's going to retain the ball here. Handoff is going to go on a sweep. It's going to be a loss of about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Nick, apparently there was a penalty on the punt, and maybe a personal foul or something that we missed during the commercial break that granted some yards to the Broncos, and it's apparently enough for a first down. After the reset, though, it is going to be 2nd and 12. Ball spotted at the 46. Caught me off guard there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see what happened either.
Three receivers far side. Bro in the shotgun. Haney behind him. Swings it out far side. Tunnel screen. Great tackle right there. Give them a gain of 1. And once again, the Terrible Turks are going to hold the Broncos to a 3rd and long. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, nice tackle from the day to kind of wrap him up there and not allow anything to go. It looks like he's going to have a nice game, but the day comes out of nowhere and makes a great tackle.
Shout out to the Stutes and the Borks at the Deer Camp. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, we want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. I know a lot of y'all are watching from the back patio, having a good time with your families. 3rd and long. Acadiana's going to take a timeout. Well, I'll tell you what, Nick, we'll go ahead and stay here for a little while. And while we have a second, just want to kind of get your take on what you're feeling tonight. Like, what have you noticed so far in the ball game that has stuck out to you the most?
Well, clearly the RPO's trouble. It's giving them trouble. They seem to be doing a better job on this drive with stopping it. But Sam Houston has had some very successful plays, especially on the previous drive, but on this drive too. And they're sustaining it. That penalty, we're not sure what it was, but that allows them to move the sticks and keep this drive moving. So really, it's just, can the Sam Houston defense have any answer for what Acadiana has on offense? I think Sam Houston's going to put some points on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if they scored 3 or 4 touchdowns in this game. There's no knock on what Acadiana can do defensively, but Sam Houston just has something that's given Acadiana a little bit of trouble. So if they put a few touchdowns on the board, I wouldn't be surprised. What's happening is, though, if you're trading touchdowns with the Wreckin Rams right now, Acadiana up 2 scores and kind of in control of the game. And so if the defense is unable to stop Sam Houston, it should still be a win for Acadiana. But you would like to see Acadiana adjust and kind of stop that RPO, because if the RPO gives them trouble in future games, another team can use it against them.
3rd and long. Bro in the shotgun takes the snap. 3-step drop. Looking. He's being chased, and he's going to be sacked. Guess who, Nick?
Yeah.
Darius McKinley once again.
It really does feel like he takes these games over. Like he just snaps his fingers and he's like, all right, enough. Like, you guys have had a little bit of success. You're moving the ball a little bit. You scored your touchdown. Enough. I'm going to take this game over and stop it. And that's kind of what happens. He either busts through the line of scrimmage and gets it, or a nice coverage sack there where the defensive backs had everything covered, and Darius can get in there and eat. So he's just a really good football player, and it's really fun to watch.
Travis Gallion with his feet at about the 40. The punt's a high one. I don't know if he'll get a chance here. It's going to bounce at about the 30 and kick back to about the 33-yard line. So the Veer machine will have it. 1st and 10 once again. And a quick shout-out to the voice of the Wreckin Rams, Mr. Britt Lachelet, watching from the camp tonight as well. Man, we get a lot of shout-outs for people at the Deer Camp tonight, and good for them, because I wish I was there as well.
Drinking some cold popsicle?
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I don't know if there's a dry ice chest in South Louisiana
No.
right now.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Veer Machine, ball at the 33. Galleon's going to be set up as a wide receiver on the near side. Looks like Lambertina on the far side. Handoff goes to Kennerson, who's going to dive forward for a gain of about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8, ball at the 35.
This is really, I think the game's kind of in balance right here on this drive. If the Acadiana scores on this drive, you can pretty much, wrap it up. It's ball game. If Sam Houston somehow stops Acadiana, that tells you that they figured something out and they can get it going. And the Sam Houston offense can score on the Acadiana defense. The problem is I just don't know if Sam Houston has enough to stop what Acadiana's doing. So I think this drive is pretty much going to determine whether or not Acadiana just puts this game away or if we actually have a football game.
J-Law, JV, and Lawrence in the backfield tonight. Good to see him back there. Swings it out to Galleon. He's completed the 40, cuts inside, and he's going to be tackled at about the 41-yard line. Give him a gain of about 7. It's going to be 3rd, and it looks like a long 1.
Galleon took a big lick right there and just kind of spun around, and the Sam Houston defender was right in his face for a big tackle. But a nice gain from Acadiana, a good pass from the better to Galleon. That's the type of thing you want to see in this game where they can kind of get some things going and see what you have with that DeBetta to Galleon combination that can maybe pay some dividends later on.
3rd and 2. Handoff. Simon up the middle. Definitely going to have enough. Definitely going to have enough for a first down. Looked like the ball came out at the end of the play, but they're going to mark him down. It's going to be 1st and 10, Veer Machine reset at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he was down. The ball came out, but he was very down, and so you move the chains. And again, Acadiana sustaining the drive, and a couple of big plays got him in the end zone. But these drives here where you just you're wearing them down, that's the kind of drives that as a defense really it just puts you on your toes and sets the tone for Acadiana. And that's kind of what they're doing right here. And again, Sam Houston just with no answer to anything that Acadiana is doing offensively.
J-Law and Deion Simon in the backfield, 2 receivers near side. Option play, DeBetta keeps it himself, trying to turn the corner on the far side. He breaks a tackle, but he's going to get blown up. I tell you what, good job by him to dive forward. He got kind of tackled at the 40 and dove forward for a couple, so he does lose roughly 3 on the play, but it could have been a little bit worse.
I think he might have had the inside track. He probably doesn't gain much. He might get 1 yard, but if he had taken that initial step, you could kind of see where he stutter steps there and maybe had an opportunity to go up and pick up a yard or 2. But nonetheless, he gets tackled for a loss. And then now Sam Houston has really their first tackle for loss, the first time Acadiana's been behind the sticks all night long. So we'll see what happens on this second down drive. Can Acadiana pick up enough yards to get that 3rd and manageable?
2 receivers near side, Lambertina and Galleon. Snap. Throws it deep. He's got Lambertina one-on-one.
Wow.
It's caught at the 25. He's going to have to break a tackle. He's a line. Listen, we're not going to claim that Ty Lambertina's a track star, but he's a do-it-all type of guy. He's got great hands, and that's a big-time first down for the Veer Machine. 1st and goal, ball at the 5.
Nice throw from the better to kind of see Ty wide open. Ty just burned. I mean, he just burned the defender. I mean, completely, outran him. And then once he caught the ball, he kind of slowed down. Defensive back caught up, and they got into a little hand fight there right at the 5-yard line. But a nice play from Acadiana. And you get into that 2nd and long, you never know what's going to come from Acadiana right there to pick up a big, long play for a first down.
That's one of the first deep balls we've really seen from Colin DeBetta this year, and it was a really good one.
It looked pretty good.
1st and goal. Handoff to Simon up the middle. They're going to mark him down at the 1, call it 2nd and goal, ball at the 1.
You get these methodical drives like this, and then they hit you with a big explosive play. I mean, if you're Sam Houston, you just got to think, man, they're just doing everything. Acadiana's doing everything they want to do there. They're running traps, they're running veer, they're throwing the ball, they're hitched to Galleon. Kennerson broke a big one. I mean, everything Acadiana wants to do, they're just having success. And if Sam Houston can't stop any of it, they just have no chance to be competitive in this football game.
Shout out to Miss Cheryl Gilmore tuning in tonight. Nick, the woman says she needs down and distance on her video, on her score.
Yeah, it's not good enough for Miss Gilmore.
2nd and goal. Handoff Simon. And he's in. Touchdown Rams.
I mentioned it before the drive call that I really thought that this was the drive where if Acadiana scored a touchdown, they could pretty much say the game was over. It's just, I mean, it's four possessions so far for Acadiana. All of them, they would touchdown. It just feels like every time Acadiana gets the ball, they're going to march down to the end zone. Sam Houston has no answer, and Acadiana gets all the way down the field. A nice throw from DeBetta to LaMartina. Simon punches it in, and Acadiana just in full control of the game.
Marquez on to kick the point after. LaMartina to hold. Kick is away. Kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, so it's going to be 28-7. Your Wreckin' Rams lead this one with 4:09 left to go in the first half. But go ahead and come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
Uncle T's Oyster Bar in Scott is your destination for Acadiana's best local seafood.
Featuring delicious oysters, po' boys, specialty dishes, boiled crawfish, and happy hour specials.
Uncle T's across the railroad tracks in Scott.
Serving Gulf.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff, where your Wreckin' Rams have just taken a 28-7 lead late here in the first half. Josh Marquez on to kick this one away, and Nick, you mentioned it. That last drive was pretty much an in the balance type drive. You said if Acadiana was able to go down and score there, it would be a big hill to climb for Sam Houston to come back and you know, try to take control of this game. But Marquez's kick is away. And it's going to go into the end zone, and I think there is a flag down on the field. 2 flags down on the field. We'll have to wait and see what the call is.
I mean, it just feels like even if Sam Houston were able to score, get some points on the board, Acadiana is just going to get the ball and do the same thing, right? It just the defense has nothing going for them as far as stopping Acadiana. Not only that, Acadiana gets the ball at halftime. So you figure with 4 minutes to go in this first half, Acadiana up 28-7. That drive right there was what Sam Houston needed. Sam Houston had to get a stop there in order to feel like they had a chance, because even if they do score here and get it to 28-14, if Acadiana doesn't get the ball back, they'll get it right out of halftime and get that 3-score lead right back and kind of set the tone for the game. So everything was on that drive for Sam Houston if they wanted to stay competitive, and Acadiana didn't allow them to do it. So credit to the Veer machine getting out of field. A nice pass from DeBetta to LaMartina to get the big chunk, and then Simon punches it in. So Acadiana just clicking on all cylinders tonight.
5-yard penalty against the Rams on the kickoff is we're gonna have to kick this one off from the 35 instead of the 40. Marquez back. He's gonna boot a low one. Bounces at the 40. It's still rolling. Picked up at the 15. Across the 25 at about the 30, and that's where the Broncos. Another flag on the play, Nick, in the middle of the field. We'll have to wait and see what this one is. But I want to say this real quick, and you made a good point just now. Acadiana is going to get the second half kickoff. And this is an important drive for Sam Houston, because if they go 3 and out right here and give Acadiana another chance to get the ball in this half, I mean, the way Acadiana's been scoring, we could punch one more in before the half.
Yeah, if Acadiana gets the ball on the other half of this drive, if they get a 3 and out, like you said, Cole, I believe they're going to score another touchdown before this half. And if you just look at going in the half 35-7 and getting the ball back, this game's essentially over. I mean, in my opinion, it's over now, but right now, if they would go to 3 and out and Acadiana gets the ball, I mean, it would really just kind of put the nail in the coffin there.
I want to give a shout-out to the Holy Cross legend, Mr. Gawain DeBetta, grandpa of Colin DeBetta. Well, Colin and Cohen, I should say, but thank you for tuning in, Mr. Gawain. Penalty is against the Rams, going to back them to about the 46-yard line, so some favorable field position for the Broncos to start this drive. 2 receivers far side, 1 in the near side. Wing to the right of the formation goes in motion to the left. Bro in the shotgun, running back in the backfield. Slot goes in motion, handoff up the middle to Haney. Breaks through the first wave, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 4. It should be 2nd and 6.
And look, the Acadiana defense came to play tonight as well. Darius McKinley and those guys right there, they came to play. They came to do their part, and they're setting a tone as well. They're not allowing Sam Houston to get much. Right there, you get a 4-yard gain, but when you get that gain, you're going to get hit. So Acadiana's here to play as well, and not letting Sam Houston get much offensively.
2nd and 6. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Wing goes in motion to the left of the formation. Slot goes in motion now. Bro drops back, looking. He's being chased by, guess who? Darius McKinley with another sack.
every time he drops back to pass, McKinley's in the backfield to get a sack. He hasn't had one single pass where he just drops back and there hasn't been penetration. It either ends in a sack or hurry. He finds himself on the ground. So anytime he sets back to pass the ball, you can bet number 87 is going to be there in his face. And right there, McKinley gets another sack in this football game.
That was a loss of 10, and that'll be third and Grand Lake, Nick.
Cole, I think it's safe to say that this team did not overlook Sam Houston. They did not. It's not going to be a trap game. They're not worried about Carencro. They came here to take care of business against Sam Houston.
I'm looking for Sam Houston to take a shot right here. 3-step drop, looking downfield, being chased once again. He's going to tuck it and run. He's at the 50. He's at the stick. They're going to have to tackle him right now, and I think they do.
Yeah.
Should be about a yard short. It's actually right in front of my face. And it looks to be a yard or two short. We'll have to see where they spot him. But this is a point on the field where Sam Houston's got to go for it.
They have to. There's no doubt about it. They have to. And that play specifically has given Acadiana trouble all night long, where he drops back, gets a little bit of time, everything is covered downfield. He tucks and runs and gets a big gain there for Bro.
Acadiana's got to get off the field right now if they want another chance to put points on the board before the half is over. Timeout, Rams. Acadiana's going to think about it, and we're going to think about it too. Take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be some late first half action. Stick around for more WRP.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready. Let's get it. Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff. 28-7, your Wreckin' Rams lead this one with 1:44 left to go in the first half. And Nick, I just mentioned it. Big fourth down right here. Gotta get off the field and give the Veer machine one more chance to maybe get some points before the half. But even outside of that, I mentioned we got a big game looming next week with Carencro. Sam Houston moving the ball pretty well on offense, but I like that because it's testing you. It's not just, roll the ball on the field and you win the game. You need a test like this going into a big game against Carencro next week. 2 receivers near side, one to the far side, wing to the left of the formation. Bro in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself on a quarterback keeper, met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get a gain of about 2, and it'll be enough for a Bronco first down with 1:40 left to go in the half.
Cole, let's go back to that point about Carencro. It really is a great point because Carencro has an offense that's going to move the ball. They're going to put points on the board. They're going to be able to sustain these drives. And so even though you're in control of this football game, having a team like Sam Houston kind of does get you prepared for what's coming next week.
Trips near side, stacked in tight, one receiver to the far side, flag on the play. Offsides. It's going to be offsides against the Rams, so that'll be a free 5 yards right there. It'll be 1st and 5. I believe the ball's going to be spotted at about the 38-yard line. So 1:24 left to go in this half, and Acadiana's going to have to bow their neck right here as the Broncos inch closer to the red zone.
Yeah, right now I think the goal earlier was to get the ball back into the offense's hands. Now the goal is just to prevent Sam Houston from putting any points on the board before halftime.
1st and 5. Bro rolls out far side, looking, throws downfield across the middle of the field, and it's caught. Dangerous pass. J.L. Malbrough looked to have gotten a hand on it, but it's complete. It'll stop the clock momentarily. Ball's going to be reset at the 29-yard line with 1:05 left to go.
Yeah, very dangerous pass for Bro. Throws it into traffic there. Could have easily been picked off, but it's not. It's completed, and Sam Houston has something here as we head towards this timeout, heading into halftime. But Sam Houston kind of feeling like they might be able to get some points on the board before we get to halftime, and Acadiana gets the ball coming out.
Timeout down on the field, but we'll go ahead and keep it here. This is the point in the game, though, Nick, I would like to see. I mentioned Acadiana obviously bow their neck and get off the field, but I want to see us also maybe force a turnover because this to me is going to be an obvious passing situation unless Bro wants to maybe tuck it and run on those quarterback draws that have been successful tonight. But I challenged the Terrible Turk defense right here to force a turnover before the half.
The one thing that I want to see closing out this half is that little up the middle run that Bro's been having all night. That's not what's going to kill you, right? That's not what's going to find yourself in end zone. That play has given the Acadiana fits really all season by any quarterback that can run that RPO. And Sam Houston's had their fair share of success tonight. So don't let that play be the play that gets you, because if it is, other teams are going to start to use that moving forward.
1st and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. Trips to the near side, packed in tight, one receiver far side. Bro swings it out. It's complete to the far side. Receiver's going to fall down for a gain of about 2, but he fell down in bounds, so that clock's moving inside of a minute.
A nice penetration from Chavis. Didn't quite get to the quarterback, but it did alter the pass enough to where he wasn't able to make that accurate pass, and the receiver slipped. So if he has a little bit more time to throw the football there, maybe he makes a more accurate pass. But a good job from Chavis kind of getting that backfield and disrupting it.
Sam Houston's going to take a timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout with them. When we come back, we'll wrap up the first half. You're listening to WRP here on YouTube.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the certainty of this delivery.
This team will make a push in January.
Absolutely, they're still in it.
But getting that delivery.
What do you think, Johnny?
How do you know my name?
You're wearing a name tag.
Oh, yeah. 2-second rule?
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial. 2nd and 9. 45 seconds left to go in this half. Slot receiver goes in motion. Bro's going to keep it himself up the middle. He's got a lane. He's across the 20. Ball's on the ground. But they're going to mark him down just shy of the 15-yard line at about the 16. It's going to be good enough for a first down. 40 seconds left to go in this half. Got to find a way to get off the field and not allow the Broncos to get in the end zone right before the half. 1st and 10, ball of the 16. Bro takes the snap, 3-step, looking, throws it across the field. He's got a wide open man, complete at the 15, knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Good enough for a gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd and 4, and it'll stop the clock with 24 seconds left to go in the half.
Heads-up play by the Sam Houston receiver there to run out of bounds and stop this clock, preserve that clock. And on the previous play, an up-the-middle run by the quarterback. I mean, that play is really working for Sam Houston. Just about every time they call it, they get a big gain and move the football. So it's something that needs to be adjusted, and just hasn't quite happened so far here for Acadiana. That play has been working for Sam Houston for big gains all game long, and right here on this drive, Bro tucks it and runs, and then a nice play on the next play to get out of bounds. So Sam Houston really looking like they're going to want to punch it in here before halftime.
Yeah, timeout down on the field, but we'll go ahead and keep it here as the clock winds down in the first half. But good game so far. Veer Machine doing their thing. Like you mentioned earlier, they did not overlook Sam Houston. You know, all this trap game talk, catch game talk, whatever you want to call it, that didn't affect Acadiana. They came to play in this one tonight, especially offensively, moving the ball at will. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Sam Houston reminds me in a lot of ways of Barb. They don't move the ball as well offensively as, you know, Jalandon Gray, that talented quarterback that we saw earlier in the year. But they do have shades of Barb, and what I mean by that is they have a talented offense, but the defense is lacking, and Acadiana's taking full advantage when they have the ball on the offensive side. But let's reset. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Ball at the 10. 3 receivers far side, 1 in the near side. Bro in the shotgun. Slot receiver goes in motion. Bro looking. He's going to swing it out. It's complete, and it's going to be complete for maybe a gain of 1. Good job right there by Isaiah Lavallee to push him out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 3 with about 18 seconds left in the half.
Didn't allow him to get much going and burns a few seconds off of that clock. And so we don't know what kind of kicking situation Sam Houston has, or even if they would elect to go for 3. I mean, 3 points is not going to do you any good in this game. You're going to have to score touchdowns, especially with the way Acadiana offense is on the board. But Sam Houston knocking on the door here. Let's see if Acadiana can stand tall.
3rd and 3. Bro takes the snap, hands off up the middle to Haney. He's met at the line of scrimmage by Isaiah Lavallee, and I believe he lost a yard. So it's going to be 4th and about 4 from the 10-yard line, and we're going to have to see what they want to do here. 12 seconds left to go in the half. looks like there's a timeout down on the field, and let's go ahead and take our last timeout before the half as well. Come on back for the end of the first half. You're watching WRP here on YouTube.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial. 12 seconds left to go in the first half. Your Acadiana Wreckin Rams lead this one 28-7, and Sam Houston faced with a 4th and 4 ball at the 10-yard line. I'm expecting this ball to be in the end zone, Nick. 3 receivers far side, 1 on the near side, a wing to the left of the formation. 3-step drop, Bro looking downfield, throws it downfield, wide of his intended receiver. I was looking to see if there was a flag down on the field. It looked like they were calling for one, but guess what? There's not, and Acadiana's going to take over on downs. Great job right there by the Terrible Turks to bow their neck and get off the field.
That's really big boy football down there. I mean, that's the type of situation you might find yourself in come playoff time, where you're trying to keep control of that football and keep control of this game and not allow the other team to get back in there. If Sam Houston gets on the board right there, they start to feel, hey, we're only down 2 scores. A couple things go our way, we're right back into it. Right now, you maintain that 3-score drive, keep them off the board, go into halftime feeling really good while you get the ball coming out.
You expect Acadiana to do anything right here?
No, I mean, 8 seconds left. It doesn't really pay. I mean, unless you could always break one, I guess, but I would expect them to just go into halftime with this lead. I mean, a bad thing could happen, right? You could fumble the ball and allow Sam Houston to get another chance here deep into their own territory, so I wouldn't expect to do much here.
DeBetta under center. Runs the option far side. Going to have to just try to get outside. He's across the 10, and he'll scamper out of bounds with, it looks like, it was a second left. We'll have to see.
Got the hometown clock there.
Got the hometown clock, and I'm okay with that. So DeBetta runs out of bounds on the far side, and that is going to be the end of the first half. But what a first half it has been for your Acadiana Wreckin Rams, leading this one 28-7.
4 drives from Acadiana on offense, 4 touchdowns. I mean, what more can you ask for? And the defense right there really set the tone coming in for that second half, not allowing Sam Houston to get a score going into halftime. So it's just been really complimentary football. If Acadiana can play that complimentary style football that they've played tonight, they're gonna be a really hard out come playoff time. And we talked about the struggles they had earlier in the year and the way they're playing right now in district and not looking ahead to that Carencro game next week. They didn't, Cole. I've been impressed with what I saw from Acadiana. I was expecting maybe a little bit of a little lull, right? A little maybe flatness a little bit after you had the big game against Southside. You got the big game on the other side against Carencro. What are they going to do against Sam Houston? They came out here and played really well. The defense just stifling what the offense is doing, and the Veer machine clicking on all cylinders. Like I said, 4 drives and 4 touchdowns. So couldn't really ask for much more from the Wreckin Rams so far.
The name of the game so far for the Veer machine has been spreading the ball around. I mean, we've called everybody's names already tonight. Deion Simon with a couple of touchdowns. Troy Kenderson, the first time he touched the ball back from injury, he breaks off a long touchdown run. Travis Gallion with another one of those screen passes that he takes to the end zone. We have Ty Lamartina catching big, long, passes down the sideline. So Veer Machine pretty much doing what they want with the football. Colin DeBetta has looked phenomenal, looks very comfortable tonight running this offense. But on the flip side, your Terrible Turks, I mean, it's been the Darius McKinley show tonight, Nick. I mean, to my count, he has at least 3 sacks, maybe even more than that. But it seems like virtually every time Acadiana needs a play, he's the playmaker there to make a stop.
And it looks like he's doing it at will. It looks like he is taking control of these situations where they allow Sam Houston to get a few gains or start to feel good about what they're doing offensively. And Darius just shuts it down and says, all right, that's enough. We're not allowing this. It's not going to happen. And pushes them back with a sack, pushes them back with a big loss, and has really made his mark on this game. And really, he's done it all season. He can do that. He's that type of player. And when you have that type of talent on your side, you take advantage of it. And Darius is having a good game. Really, like I said earlier, it's been a really good performance tonight from Acadiana, a really sound performance. kind of not really the performance I was expecting. I was expecting them to come out a little flat, and they did not. They're very well prepared, and it's just a credit to these players and coaches for preparing, not overlooking this team. You can tell that was a point of emphasis in practice this week, to not overlook what Sam Houston does. Don't get caught by this trap game, and they're not. Good job from Acadiana so far in this first half.
Acadiana playing some clean, well-oiled machine football late in the season, and that is exactly what you want as you look to capture the district title next week and then take your talents into the playoffs the week after. But before we go to break, again, I want to relay the message one more time from Mr. Kenny Alamo and the Acadiana High School. The Veterans Awareness Game will be next Friday, November 7th against Carencro at Bill Dotson Stadium. All veteran alumni from both Acadiana and Carencro High School are welcome to participate. All veterans are to meet at the Public Library in Scott on Apollo Road at 3:30 next Friday afternoon. The veterans will begin marching at 4 p.m. to Acadiana High School down the new Apollo extension in West Village and will continue down Rue de Bellier to Bill Dotson Stadium. Tailgate spot number 1 will be cooking for everyone, and Acadiana High will also be providing sideline passes for all veterans making the march. If anyone needs more information about the Veterans March next Friday, please reach out to Mr. Kenny Alamo on Facebook or call or text him at 337-316-0536. That's 337-316-0536. So we're going to go ahead and take a halftime timeout. Again, your Acadiana Wreckin Rams all over the Sam Houston Broncos in this one, 28-7. Come on back and we'll bring you some second half football here at Wayne Hooper Stadium in Moss Bluff.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready. Let's get it. Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer,
Good to go.
but getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace, no trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Hey, Wreckin Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Tucson, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Tucson, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun Exotico breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Tucson, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Tucson, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
The relationship with Star and Acadiana High School started this spring when they were awarded the contract to service all of our schools, and the service has been tremendous. Our schools are cool, our teachers are happy, our parents are happy, and most importantly, our students are happy because when they enter those classrooms, it's comfortable, it's safe, and it's a good learning environment for our students. Just like Acadiana High, we set the standard in education. Star sets the standard on service.
Star is all about service. That's what we wanted, that's what we needed. We needed the proper service maintenance program. That is what Star does. That is the basis of their business, service and maintenance, which lessens the repairs and the replacements. Our service calls are dropping. Our repair calls are dropping. Our replacement calls are dropping. Just as Acadiana High is synonymous with championships in football, Star is synonymous with service. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in the name.
Star and Acadiana High School, we're both elite. Be elite.
Uncle T's Oyster Bar in Scott is your destination for Acadiana's best local seafood.
Featuring delicious oysters, po' boys, specialty dishes, boiled crawfish, and happy hour specials.
Uncle T's across the railroad tracks in Scott.
Serving Gulf oysters just the way you like them.
At the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, we believe building a strong organization starts with preparation, leverages teamwork, and harnesses the character of each individual. While using cutting-edge technologies and state-of-the-art equipment, our brave deputies are dedicated to keeping you and your loved ones safe. We're more than law enforcement. We're a team working together in service of our communities. The Acadiana Wreckin Rams know a lot about service, teamwork, and winning. When you're ready to join our championship team, come by or give us a call.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
Let's get it.
Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
So who's ready now?
And if you know, you know. Southern Classic Chicken is a North Louisiana favorite, famous for crispy chicken and that pepper on the side. And they kept it simple, fresh, and full of flavor. And now, for the first time, they're franchising. And guess what? Lafayette, the hub city, is the very first franchise location. I'm excited because I've heard great things about the chicken. And you know, one thing about people here in Southwest Louisiana, we love good food, and we understand that's what we can expect with Southern Classic Chicken.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
Let's get it.
Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer,
Good to go.
but getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace, no trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Hey, Wreckin' Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Tucson, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Tucson, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun Exotico breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Tucson, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Tucson, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
The relationship with Star and Acadiana High School started this spring when they were awarded the contract to service all of our schools, and the service has been tremendous. Our schools are cool, our teachers are happy, our parents are happy, and most importantly, our students are happy because when they enter those classrooms, it's comfortable, it's safe, and it's a good learning environment for our students. Just like Acadiana High, we set the standard in education. Star sets the standard on service.
Star is all about service. That's what we wanted, that's what we needed. We needed the proper service maintenance program. That is what Star does. That is the basis of their business, service and maintenance, which lessens the repairs and the replacements. Our service calls are dropping. Our repair calls are dropping. Our replacement calls are dropping. Just as Acadiana High is synonymous with championships in football, Star is synonymous with service. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in the name.
Star and Acadiana High School, we're both elite. Be elite.
Uncle T's Oyster Bar in Scott is your destination for Acadiana's best local seafood.
Featuring delicious oysters, po' boys, specialty dishes, boiled crawfish, and happy hour specials.
Uncle T's across the railroad tracks in Scott.
Serving Gulf oysters just the way you like them.
At the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, we believe building a strong organization starts with preparation, leverages teamwork, and harnesses the character of each individual. While using cutting-edge technologies and state-of-the-art equipment, our brave deputies are dedicated to keeping you and your loved ones safe. We're more than law enforcement. We're a team working together in service of our communities. The Acadiana Wreckin' Rams know a lot about service, teamwork, and winning. When you're ready to join our championship team, come by or give us a call.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We ready.
Let's get it.
Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
So who's ready now?
And if you know, you know. Southern Classic Chicken is a North Louisiana favorite, famous for crispy chicken and that pepper on the side. And they kept it simple, fresh, and full of flavor. And now, for the first time, they're franchising. And guess what? Lafayette, the hub city, is the very first franchise location. I'm excited because I've heard great things about the chicken. And you know, one thing about people here in Southwest Louisiana, we love good food, and we understand that's what we can expect with Southern Classic Chicken.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We ready.
Let's get it.
Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer,
Good to go.
but getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace. No trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Hey, Wreckin' Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Doosan, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Doosan, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun Exotico breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Doosan, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Doosan, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
The relationship with Star and Acadiana High School started this spring when they were awarded the contract to service all of our schools, and the service has been tremendous. Our schools are cool, our teachers are happy, our parents are happy, and most importantly, our students are happy because when they enter those classrooms, it's comfortable, it's safe, and it's a good learning environment for our students. Just like Acadiana High, we set the standard in education. STAR sets the standard on service.
STAR is all about service. That's what we wanted, that's what we needed. We needed the proper service maintenance program. That is what STAR does. That is the basis of their business, service and maintenance, which lessens the repairs and the replacements. Our service calls are dropping. Our repair calls are dropping. Our replacement calls are dropping. Just as Acadiana High is synonymous with championships in football, STAR is synonymous with service. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in the name.
STAR and Acadiana High School, we're both elite. Be elite.
Uncle T's Oyster Bar.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here on the campus of Sam Houston in Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Your Wreckin' Rams take a 28-7 halftime lead into the second half, and Acadiana will be receiving this kickoff with Travis Gallion, and it looks like Colin DeBetta down there to receive. Nick, we talked about it a couple of times this year. Not much in the way of kick returns this year. We're waiting for one. We know we got the talented guys back there to do it. I keep just begging for a moment, especially with Colin DeBetta, because we've seen it over the last couple of years. He's such a dynamic returner.
Yeah, maybe he gets one right here, Cole.
Kickoff is away. It's going to bounce at the 45. Oh, Lord, they missed it. It's at the 30. They're going to jump on it. And a good job by Gabriel DeQueer to jump on it at about it seems like it's going to be spotted at about the 28-yard line, and that was almost danger for the Wreckin' Rams, but the Veer machine will have it 1st and 10.
Dodged a bullet there to start the second half. Not exactly what you would have wanted to happen, giving the ball up right there. Nonetheless, Acadiana falls on it, and they'll have the ball here at the 28-yard line. When we talk about that first half, Cole, not much more positive could go for Acadiana. I mean, they got the ball 4 times on offense, marched it down each time, and scored a touchdown, held the Sam Houston offense to only 7 points. So just a very, very clean first half for the Wreckin' Rams.
DeBetta under center. Handoff up the middle. Joseph on the carry, give him a gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Been a quiet night for Joseph, but really Acadiana hasn't had the ball all that long. I mean, we don't have time of possession numbers, but I bet if you had a time of possession, Sam Houston's probably winning the time of possession because Acadiana has been scoring so quickly. The first 2 touchdowns came on just 3 plays from scrimmage. They did have the one drive where they kind of sustained it, but an explosive play got you down the field. So I would bet Sam Houston's had the ball a little bit longer than Acadiana has tonight.
Running backs are going to be Joseph and J-Law. Javian Lawrence in the game as well. Handoff trap play to J-Law. Nothing doing, though. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, the Acadiana a little bit out of rhythm right here, coming out a little bit slow here in the second half, but really still in control of this football game. And you got to think that that's kind of playing into it a little bit, where they thought they were going to maybe come out and do whatever they wanted to at will. Sam Houston's kind of bowed up, maybe made some first half adjustments, maybe some second half adjustments, got out there and have a little bit more defensively for what Acadiana's doing.
Travis Gallion brings the play in. 15 seconds on the play clock. Acadiana facing a 3rd and a long 5 here. Snap, 3-step drop, looking downfield, throws it across the field, but it is batted down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be incomplete. Acadiana is going to be faced with about a 4th and a long 5, and here comes the punting unit. A credit to Sam Houston, forcing a 3-and-out on the very first drive of the second half.
DeBetta had 2 receivers open right there, but that was a little bit of maybe him being just a little bit too sharp, not being able to get it over the defensive line, and they were able to knock it down. And, yeah, like you said, Cole, credit to the Sam Houston defense finally getting a stop against what Acadiana's been doing offensively.
Marquez back to punt, and he's had some success punting the ball this year. Snap is high, but it's controlled, and Marquez with another good punt. Bounces at the 40. This time it's basically going to kick up right where it originally bounced at about the 40-yard line, and that's where the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. They'll have to go 60 yards to get on the board.
How huge is that defensive stand at the end of the first half now, where you're up 3 scores, and if Sam Houston is able to get into the end zone there, and make it a 2-score game, and now they would have the ball back, only down 2 scores. Now you're still up 3 scores. Sam Houston came up with their first stop of the game, but you're still up 3 scores, still in great command and control of this football game. Now we just need the defense to stand tall, stop those middle runs that Bro's been running offensively, and stop Sam Houston from having any kind of success.
1st and 10, ball of the 40. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff up the middle to Haney. Blows through the line of scrimmage. He's across the 45, across the 40, and tackled at about the 35-yard line. So E.J. Haney on a big first down carry for the Broncos pretty much flips the field. It'll be 1st and 10.
Not much happening offensively for Sam Houston, but they do have a handful of explosive plays, a handful of runs from Bro and Haney that have picked up big chunks of yards. And right there, Haney gets a big chunk on their first play from scrimmage in the second half.
Bad snap. Bro's going to keep it himself, tries to turn the corner on the far side. He's going to step out of bounds at about the 30, give him a gain of about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Well, it sure looks like Sam Houston went into halftime and made some adjustments on both sides of the football. Defensively, they had an answer for what Acadiana had. On offense, we were looking at the first half and thinking, man, they're not going to be able to stop anything. They get the 3 and out, and now the offense is moving the football down the field.
2nd and 4. Bro, handoff to Haney. Tackled just shy of the 25-yard line, close to the stick, and I do believe he'll have enough. Call it a gain of 4 and another first down for the Broncos. Keep in mind, folks, E.J. Haney last week against Nish, 36 carries, 248 yards, and 6 touchdowns. As I mentioned, a Go Preps player of the week. 1st and 10. Bro takes the snap, hands off to Haney. No, he's going to keep it himself up the middle. He has a hole. He's across the 20. He's going to be tackled at about the 18-yard line. Give him a gain of about 7. And another good run by Bro. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Bro is really nifty with that RPO. I mean, he keeps it on Haney's hip to the very last second, pulls back, and he gets a big gain right there. It's just fooling Acadiana. They don't really know what's happening, and they're too focused on where the ball is, too focused on the fake to Haney, and Bro's able to keep it and get a big gain.
Flag on the play. I believe this is going to be encroachment against the Rams. The receivers for the Broncos went in motion, and I believe the defensive end on the opposite side of the field for the Rams jumped off sides, and it should be enough. No, they're going to call it. They're going to call it a legal procedure, actually. So this one's going to be against the Broncos. Initially, you could see the defensive end for the Rams kind of hang his head on that one, but catches a break right there. It's actually going to back the Broncos up 5 yards, and what was a 2nd and 3 turns into a 2nd and 8. 3 receivers near side. Tight end goes in motion to the right of the formation. Bro takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Dante Chavis meets him at the line of scrimmage. Keeps his feet moving, though, for a gain of about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
That play right there is just their bread and butter, and it works. And I feel like there's a player down on the field, but I feel like if you ever start overcompensating and maybe focusing on what Bro's doing with the football, Haney's going to be able to hurt you. It's just a really effective play, really effective for the Sam Houston offense, and they're having a lot of success on this drive.
Injury down on the field for Sam Houston, so we will take a quick injury timeout. Stick around and come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
Let's get it. Success is more than winning and losing. It's a mindset. Season after season, we put in the work to beat the competition. For Courtesy Automotive, much like the Wreckin' Rams, success isn't just our goal, it's our legacy. Let's go Rams.
3rd and 5, Broncos, low snap. Bro looking across the field, it's complete, and it's into the end zone. Gavin Bro with another good pass that gets the ball in the end zone, and Sam Houston able to cut the lead in half here, 28-13, pending the point after.
Sam Houston made great adjustments at halftime, and it's very clear. The defense came out, got the 3 and out. Sam Houston marched right down the field. The RPO continuing to work for what they're doing offensively. A nice play there, a nice pass play from Bro to get it in the end zone. And Sam Houston, just like that, 2 scores. So the offense is going to have to come back on the field and reset that tone from what they had in the first half, because the adjustments that Sam Houston made at halftime have worked in their favor, and they've cut this lead to 2 scores. 2 scores, not 2 points. Cut the lead to 2 scores.
I knew what you meant.
Okay,
I was letting you correct
All right.
yourself.
All right, just making sure Ava and Dayton knew what
The
I
man's
meant.
a professional.
The
They looked at you stupid? High snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 28-14 here with 8:32 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout and come on back on WRP.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the certainty of this delivery,
This team will make a push in January.
Absolutely, they're still in it.
but getting that delivery.
What do you think, Johnny?
How do you know my name?
You're wearing a name tag.
Oh, yeah. 2-second rule?
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff. You just saw the Broncos on their first drive of the second half on a good pass play by Gavin Bro. Connect on a strike, man. He's a good-looking quarterback, Nick. He's very good with his legs. We've seen that a couple of times tonight, but also has some talent with his arm. Back deep to receive. It looks like Keon Leday and Colin DeBetta. They're going to boot this one. Leday bounces at the 20. He's going to have to pick it up. And they're going to dive on it at about the 18-yard line, so not ideal for the Rams. And I tell you what, whatever Sam Houston's doing currently with their kickoffs, it's working. Acadiana has not been able to handle any kickoffs tonight from Sam Houston.
I want to see how this offense responds to what's happened so far in this second half. Sam Houston gets the 3 and out, marches down, gets the touchdown, cuts the lead to 2 scores, and really kind of gaining some of that momentum that we thought they were never going to be able to get. So the offense is going to have to reestablish the run, reestablish itself in the second half, take control back of this game, and show that they've made some adjustments as well in the locker room.
Handoff. Believe this is Joseph on the carry with a strong run. Still keeping his feet moving. Give him a gain if it looks like 9, and side Joseph on a strong carry to start the drive. It'll be 2nd and 1.
I mean, I know for the safety of the players down there why they called that forward progress, but his forward progress never stopped. I mean, he continued to run up the field. He's still not down. I mean, he still never tackled him. He just kept on running and running, but they stopped the forward progress. But honestly, his forward progress never stopped. He could have kept that going and maybe got a few more yards.
Side Joseph and Deion Simon in the backfield. Handoff. Simon dives forward, and he should have enough for a Veer Machine first down.
This could be a time for one of those big drives where you're just burning clock and controlling the game and maybe busting a big one. That's what we've seen so far from Acadiana. But so far, a nice drive. Nice to see. They didn't get the 3 and out, got the first down, sustained this drive, just keep it going, and punish them with that veer.
Ty Lambertina brings the play in from the sideline. It's been all Colin DeBetta tonight, though. Have not seen Ty take any snaps like we have in the past few ball games. 1st and 10 Rams. Simon, trap play, breaks a tackle at the defensive line and blows through for a gain of about 15 and another Wreckin' Ram first down.
I would say that they've made the adjustment that needed to be made from whatever happened on that first drive. I might have just been a little flat, maybe taking it for granted, maybe not working quite as crisp as they were in the first half. But so far on this drive, it's kind of back to running like a well-oiled machine, and a nice drive from the veer to get another first down.
7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Acadiana leading this one 28-14. 1st and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line. Joseph and Simon, running backs. Handoff to Joseph up the middle. Good carry. Give him a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know, we've been watching the Veer machine for years, right? Decades. We come to Bill Dawson Stadium or these opposing stadiums and watch the Veer, and it's so amazing to watch it when it's running like it is right now. And we've seen it over the last couple of weeks, kind of clicking into gear, kind of running a little bit crisp. Tonight, it's really looking like it's running crisp right at the right time of the season, right? This is the end of the year. This is when you start turning it up, and it looks like they're clicking on all cylinders. This has been a really nice game to watch as we see what the Veer machine can do when it is running on all cylinders.
2nd and 6. Simon up the middle. Give him a gain of just 2, so it's going to be 3rd, and it looks like about 4.
He gets a big gain. He gets a nice gain there. Not a huge gain, but enough to kind of move the line of distance, move the gain, and get those 2, 3, 4, like we say, every run, and just kind of sustain that drive. Now you're right at midfield, probably in 4-down territory. Kind of keep it going. You got 2 downs to get 4 yards. This is just Veer machine football. It's a pleasure to watch up here.
Let me ask you, Nick. I mean, tonight Acadiana's ran the ball well up the middle, but really haven't tried to go outside all too much. Is that a surprise to you that they haven't tried to kind of spread things out a little bit?
Not really, because it's working. I would say that the middle run has been working, so you just got to kind of keep going to what's working.
Hard count.
And those plays are working for him no matter who the running back is.
Hard count, nothing doing, and it looks like Acadiana's going to burn a timeout here, and we'll take a timeout with them. 28-14, your Wreckin' Rams lead this one with 5:21 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
At Southern Classic Chicken, we take pride in serving the freshest, seasoned, and marinated hand-breaded fried chicken. It's so good, it's wrong. Add in tasty sides like our zesty Cajun seasoned fries, savory red beans and rice, or sweet corn grits. Drive through today and pick up a family box or one of our classic combos and enjoy a true Southern classic. Oh, and don't forget the pepper.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial.
Cole, we were looking up in the pregame about who Wayne Hooper was. The stadium is named after the man Wayne Hooper. Apparently, he passed away in 1968. He was the #1 player in the state of Louisiana and had a great career here at Sam Houston. They named the stadium after him.
Penalty against Acadiana, apparently. There's a stoppage down on the field. Nick, it went from being a 3rd and 4 to a 3rd and 9. There must have been some sort of penalty against Acadiana that they marked off at the break. I'm going to be honest with you, it's the second time tonight that they're catching us a little bit off guard with these penalties.
Did Acadiana call another timeout? It sounded like they did. I didn't know you could call back-to-back timeouts. Didn't they call a timeout on the previous play and call it another one here? So everybody's a little bit off guard, and this drive is kind of stifled a little bit where you had that momentum. You got to that 3rd and 4, and now you're at 3rd and 9. So we'll see what the Wreckin' Rams happen. But nonetheless, the first half was very impressive. The second half's been a little bit clunky. So we've seen that in a few games so far this year. We saw it in the Zachary game where the second half kind of came back and bit you. Saw it in the STM game where the second half wasn't quite as crisp as you wanted to be. We even saw it in the Lafayette High game where they came out and got a big lead, and Lafayette started to make a little run there late. Acadiana still won the game, but the second halves have really given Acadiana a lot of trouble. And tonight, so far, it's been a really clunky second half.
Curious to see what James Estes draws up here on 3rd and 9, because I feel like in the middle of the field right here, historically, Acadiana likes to go for it if they can get relatively close. And I'm wanting to see if they want to try to go to the air, maybe to Gallion or Lambertina like they've done in the first half, or if they're just going to be content to maybe hand the ball off and see what they can get and live to, maybe live for a 4th down call. We'll see. 2 receivers far side, Lambertina and Gallion. Handoff, trap play, Simon breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to be thrown forward for a gain of about 15 and a Veer machine 1st down. So scratch everything I just said. Deion Simon took it upon himself to carry the ball for a Wreckin' Ram 1st down.
That's the thing about the Veers, that you can start saying, hey, they're gonna run it. They're gonna run it and burn clock and everything like that, and they'll bust a big one. And that's what happened right there. We're thinking, oh, you got 2 plays. You're gonna go for it on 4th down, and Simon busts through the line and picks up the 8 himself for the 1st down. So that's the beauty of the Veer. You can do those drives where you're just getting those little bitty chunks and moving the ball, or you can get a big chunk play with the running game and bust an explosive play. And right there, Simon does it for the 1st down.
There was an injury down on the field for the Broncos, but he's up and walking off. So we'll go ahead and keep the action here. When we reset, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Veer Machine. Ball at the 41-yard line. And a big third down conversion right there because, as you mentioned, Nick, you definitely don't want to go – you don't want to punt the ball away on your first 2 drives of the second half, especially in a game where you have clear momentum.
Yeah, and so far the second half's been clunky. So you really needed to get that first down to sustain the drive, and the Wreckin' Rams did that.
3-step drop, looking, throws it downfield to Lamartina. It is knocked away, flag on the play. I'm curious to see what this flag is, Nick, because I thought that was a well-played ball on both sides.
Yeah, for me, if it's anything, it would be offensive pass interference because he kind of ran over the defensive back was almost the receiver on that play, and Ty made a great play to knock it away, but he might have got over his back, and in turn would be an offensive pass interference.
Interesting.
I don't know what the call is. That's my guess.
Pass interference against the offense.
Yeah, it just what it looked like from my angle. Ty did a great job. If Ty doesn't make that play, it's an interception. The ball was going right to the Sam Houston defender, so Ty makes a great play to knock it away. But when he did it, he went over the defender's back because the defender kind of turned into the receiver, and he was going for the ball. So it's a great play by Ty. I don't think he had any way to avoid it. But in doing that, he keeps the possession for the Rams.
Handoff, no, he's going to keep it himself. Option
Oh,
play,
no.
ball's on the ground. Picked up by Deion Simon, and he's got a lane.
Wow.
Look at this. Across the 50, across the 40, the 20. He's going to have to cut it inside, and Deion Simon takes it to the house for another Wreckin' Ram touchdown, but there is a flag down at the near side 40-yard line, and I believe this is going to be holding against the Veer Machine.
He's holding him down there at the 40-yard line, so it's a good call from the officials. Let's go back to the pitch, though. Man, Colin cannot make that pitch, right? That's a poor pitch right there, making that decision, but Simon picks it up and makes something out of nothing, busts it all the way. It doesn't happen with the hold. We can see the hold there on the replay, but nonetheless, a great play for Simon to kind of make something out of nothing. Really could have been a lot uglier than it ended up being.
Man, if that would have stood, Deion Simon.
Amazing for him to come up with that ball and make something out of nothing. And once he came to the outside, it looked like there was nobody around, and there was. I don't know. He might have scored without the hold, but the hold definitely aided what he was able to do.
Well, after the reset, 1st and about roughly 20, ball at the 50. Joseph on the carry. Brought down for a loss of about 3. Don't love that initial play call. It's going to be 2nd and about 23.
And we were kind of mentioning how they hadn't really gone outside tonight, and that could be why. It's just the inside runs are working. You're getting big gains. You're wearing down that defense, and it's the plays that are working for you, and you're getting a lot of big gains with those inside runs. They busted outside there, and Sam Houston right there to snuff it out immediately. So I don't think it's time to expand the playbook here. Just kind of keep doing what's been working for you tonight. And if you go inside, I think you'll have a little bit of that success that you experienced in the first half.
JV and Lawrence inside. Joseph, running backs. 2nd and very long. Fakes the handoff, rolls far side. Still rolling, throws it across the field, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at about the 42-yard line, and just like that, Sam Houston's going to come back on the field with a lot of momentum with 3:38 left to go in this third quarter.
They're feeling it on the other side, and the Acadiana side is just off. It's been off the entire second half. It's like they went into the locker room and came out, and this is kind of how I expected them to start the game. Flat, lethargic, not really taking it serious, almost like they've already looked past it, right? They've already feel like this game is over, and Sam Houston's over there still competing and trying to get it. Now they're down 2 scores, feeling momentum. They had a great offensive drive on the last series, and now the game is back in limbo, right? Sam Houston scores here, and now it's a 1-score game, and they've stopped Acadiana now on 2 straight possessions.
Let's reset. 1st and 10, ball at the 43. Bro takes the snap, hands off to Haney up the middle. give them a gain of about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
You talked about Haney in the pregame and how many yards he had against New Iberia, and you look at that stat line and you go, well, that's against New Iberia, right? Everybody's having a lot of success, but Haney's been really impressive tonight against Acadiana and had a couple of big gains so far, really helping Sam Houston sustain these drives.
Bro's going to keep it himself, and he's got a lot of room. Cross the 40, cross the 30, cross the 20, and he's in the end zone. A 53-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Gavin Bro, and just like that, Sam Houston has cut this down to a one-score game. Acadiana 28, Sam Houston 20, pending the point after.
For as good as the first half went, it has been ugly in the second half. Sam Houston went into halftime, made the proper adjustments, and have really put it on Acadiana so far in this third quarter, and Acadiana did nothing. It is like they went into the locker room, and they were happy with what was going on. They felt like they were going to be able to get in the bus and take this win home, and so far Sam Houston has done anything but lay over. They've not laid down. They've come back to turn this into a one-score game, and honestly, they have all the momentum. I mean, the Acadiana offense in the second half hasn't done anything. They haven't been able to sustain a drive. They haven't been able to get anything going. They busted a play. They had a turnover, a 3-and-out. Like, it's just been all Sam Houston so far in this third quarter. And honestly, this is what's happened all season long. These second halves, these third quarters, these fourth quarters have really gotten away from Acadiana, and that's what's happened so far here in this third quarter. So they're going to get the ball back. Hopefully they're able to get back on track, find the end zone, take control of this game. But right now, it's all Sam Houston in the second half.
Yeah, a tale of two halves, especially because Acadiana had their way completely in the first half of this ball game. It's honestly been like watching two different ball games, unfortunately. But this drive is going to be a massive momentum drive for Acadiana. They're going to have to do whatever they can to get the ball down the field and into the end zone and extend this back to a two-score game. Have to see what they do special teams-wise here. The Broncos are going to kick it deep. DeBetta takes it at the 25. He's across the 40. Cuts inside. Colin DeBetta. He is gone. And I've been waiting to say that all year long. He's such a dynamic returner. And just like that, Colin DeBetta extends this game back to 2 scores. Man, oh man, what a playmaker.
What in the world is Sam Houston thinking? Taking the ball, Colin DeBetta right there. They've had so much success on their kickoff game, keeping the ball away from DeBetta, keeping the ball away from Galley, and keeping it on the ground. They were doing a tremendous job on those kickoffs, and they kicked the ball right to DeBetta in a momentum situation where you have it all on your side. Why would you switch anything that's been working for you? They kick it to Colin, and he takes it to the house. We've seen Colin DeBetta do this for years now, and he does it again to put Acadiana back on top by 2 scores.
34-21. After the kick return by your quarterback, Colin DeBetta, 2:52 left to go in this third quarter. There was a penalty against Acadiana after the play that will be enforced on the kickoff. But Josh Marquez on to kick this one, and Ty Lamartina on to hold.
Nicole, you just mentioned how Sam Houston was doing a great job on their kickoff, keeping the ball away from our playmakers. And right there, they put it right in DeBetta's hands in a big spot in this football game.
Marquez's kick is up and good. Your Rams extend their lead 35-21. We're going to take a quick timeout, but come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
The relationship with Star and Acadiana High School started this spring when they were awarded the contract to service all of our schools, and the service has been tremendous. Our schools are cool, our teachers are happy, our parents are happy, and most importantly, our students are happy because when they enter those classrooms, it's comfortable, it's safe, and it's a good learning environment for our students. Just like Acadiana High, we set the standard in education. Star sets the standard on service.
Star is all about service. That's what we wanted, that's what we needed. We needed the proper service maintenance program. That is what Star does. That is the basis of their business, service and maintenance, which lessens the repairs and the replacements. Our service calls are dropping. Our repair calls are dropping. Our replacement calls are dropping. Just as Acadiana High is synonymous with championships in football, Star is synonymous with service. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in the name.
Star and Acadiana High School, we're both elite. Be elite.
welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Malls Bluff. You just watched Colin DeBetta take the kickoff back to extend this lead to 2 scores. Josh Marquez kicks this one away. Ball's going to be taken in at the 10. Returner's across the 30, still on his feet across the 40, brought down at about the 45-yard line. So the Broncos respond with a good kickoff return of their own. They're going to be set up 1st and 10, ball at about the 47-yard line.
Colin DeBetta has been a weapon that you can kind of count on for years now in that backfield. He's good for 1 or 2 touchdowns every single season, and he gets you back. And honestly, they needed it. I mean, the offense really didn't have much going, and you kind of felt like Sam Houston was right back into the game with all the momentum. They needed something to spark them. They needed something to wake them up in the second half, and DeBetta gets it on the kickoff. So a nice job from Colin, kind of making an individual play there and following his blocks and getting in the end zone, and Acadiana back in control.
Acadiana's got to do something right here to spy Gavin Breaux. They got to stop him from being able to just run that QB draw for big gains. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. There he goes again with a nice one. Give him a gain of 10 and a first down. I mean, at some point, you got to make an adjustment to stop that play. That play alone has accounted for, I'm going to be honest with you, it feels like 2/3 of their offense tonight.
It really has, and it's given them problems since the beginning of the game. Even when Acadiana was forcing 3 and outs, Breaux was able to get big gains on that draw. You saw it was going to be a problem immediately, and Acadiana just hasn't been able to adjust.
1st and 10. Breaux calling for the football, going to keep it himself once again. Trying to turn the far side corner, but Darius McKinley's going to run him out of bounds. It looks like it'll be a gain of about, let's call it 3. It should be 2nd and 7.
McKinley's the type of guy that could be like, hey, look, enough, right? That's what we've been saying all night and all year, right? He can get up there and be like, all right, dude, I'm not going to allow you to just run all over us. And McKinley right there kind of stops him. Still gets a 3-yard gain, however, but McKinley kind of snuffs it out, and that's to not be a bigger gain.
Handoff to Haney. Trying to get outside, breaks a tackle. He's across the 30, going to be tackled at about the 29-yard line. Good enough for another Bronco first down, and Acadiana's having a very tough time right now stopping that Gavin Breaux, E.J. Haney combination.
Yeah, and here's what worries me is that teams are going to start seeing that Acadiana has trouble with this RPO, and it's what's going to stop them from using it later on once the playoffs come around. Like this play is really hurting the Acadiana defense.
Handoff to Haney. Cuts back inside. Very nice gain. Call it about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a 2-man show. Both of them are impressive. Both of them are busting big gains. Both of them can either keep it. Breaux's either going to keep it and bust it for a big game, or he hands it to Haney. You have to respect both of them. And right now, Acadiana just has no answer for that RPO, that mesh point. Breaux does a great job of holding it until the last minute, and then Haney will get it or he'll keep it. And in either way, it's going to be a nice game.
Gave him 6 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Breaux calls for the football, keeps it himself. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. Give him a gain. If it looks like 1, it's going to be 3rd and about 3, maybe even 2.
And that's what you need right there. Your defense has to step up and just stop it. Just don't allow them to continue to have this success. I mean, we're talking about it up here like it can't be stopped. It can, but somebody's going to have to step up and do it. And right there, the defense does that and doesn't allow Breaux to get out there with a nice gain.
3rd and short. Breaux calls for the football, going to keep it himself. Met behind the line of scrimmage by Isaiah Lavallee. But I think he fought, man, it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close, Nick, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think the second effort may have gotten him a first down, but no signal yet.
Nonetheless, a great play from Lavallee to at least make it close because it looked like Breaux was going to have it easily. Lavallee guts up with a big hit. It looks like it's going to be. It looks like a penalty. Is it a flag? We didn't see the flag. But nonetheless, somebody on the defense is going to have to step up and stop this play from being successful. Now, Lavallee right there took it into his own hands. McKinley took it in his own hands the play before. So somebody just steps up and forces this play to not be successful. Acadiana can maybe have some success on defense. But right now, without those individual efforts, Sam Houston really has a lot working.
3rd and DeQuincy. There was a holding penalty against the Broncos. Breaux looking, throws it across the middle of the field. It's picked off. Picked off by Colin DeBetta. Colin DeBetta doing it all tonight, and there's a flag on the field, but I think this is going to be a sideline warning. One of the coaches accidentally ran into the line referee. Colin DeBetta doing it all tonight with an interception.
Cole, that's as fired up as I've seen Colin DeBetta in his entire career. I mean, he just knows that something needed to spark this football team. This second half was flat and ugly. It wasn't going good, and Colin DeBetta sparks it when the special teams play with a return, and right there gets the ball back for the Wreckin' Rams with a defensive interception. And Colin DeBetta just really being that guy that you can count on, being that leader of the team that can kind of force this game to be turned on its side, and had a couple big plays right there to get Acadiana back in control of what's going on in this football game.
Ram Nation, go ahead and get your fours up as we head to the fourth quarter in this one. Your Wreckin' Rams hold a 2-score lead, 35-21 over the Sam Houston Broncos. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll bring you some fourth quarter football here on WRP.
Hey, Wreckin' Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Tucson, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Tucson, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun Exotico breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Tucson, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Tucson, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial here in Moss Bluff. Start of the fourth quarter. Your Wreckin' Rams have the football up 35-21 thanks to Colin DeBetta, the do-it-all guy on this ball club, with a crucial interception going into the fourth quarter. And, Nick, I mean, big kickoff return to get that momentum back after a very rough third quarter, and then he gets even more momentum back with a big interception right there and a chance for Acadiana to pull away 3 scores and really, just put this one to bed.
Yes, sometimes it takes an individual effort to spark your team, and Colin DeBetta kind of put it on his shoulders right there and did just that.
Looks like Simon and Joseph in the backfield, handoff, trap play. Simon breaks a tackle. He's going to have to cut outside. He breaks another tackle. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Fighting for it. Still fighting for it. This is going to be close. Nick, I'm going to be honest with you. It's right in front of us, and I think Acadiana might. Nope. Deion Simon not able to hang on after a good run, and Sam Houston gets the ball back just like that.
There is a flag, Cole.
Flag on the field at the near side 35-yard line. We'll have to wait and see what the call is. Unfortunate, because it was such a strong run by Deion. Deion's had a very strong night tonight running the football.
Yeah,
the coaches are signaling that this is against Sam Houston.
Yeah, they're saying face mask, Cole.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, the offense is back on the field here. The Acadiana coaches down on the sideline are very confident that this will be called face mask against Sam Houston. Nick, I'm going to just say this, and I don't want it to rear its ugly head. Lake Charles officiating has always been questionable.
Yeah, I mean, you're very fortunate if you end up with the ball here that didn't hurt you. And Simon's really got to be more careful with the football. I mean, he's in traffic. You've already picked up a nice gain. You know that those players are going to be fighting at it and punching at it. So Acadiana really fortunate to keep the football here and keep this drive moving. But a turnover is the only way Sam Houston has a chance in this game. A mistake, a big penalty, especially after you have the momentum of what's happened so far in this football game, kind of going back on the Acadiana side. So very fortunate to keep the ball there.
So spot foul is actually going to move this ball past the 50 and plus territory for the Veer machine. And, I mean, if Deion, the fumble happened at about the 40. That's what's making me laugh. You get an extra 15 yards out of it just because of the face mask.
Right.
Fortunate for the Rams. We'll definitely take advantage of that one and live to fight another down. 1st and 10 after the reset. Ball is going to be at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, you just don't want to do anything to give Sam Houston any reason why they feel like they're in this game. And that fumble really did that. You could see their sideline kind of getting hyped. Now Acadiana has the ball and have the ability to put this game away.
Handoff to Joseph. Cuts inside. But that hole closes quickly. He does get a gain of about, let's call it 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you're right. From our angle, it looked like that hole was big, and then it closed in right away, and he only gets a short gain. But still, keeping those sticks moving, right? 3 yards, that's good. We like that falling forward. The one thing you don't want to do is fall back, get yourself in those second and long situations. That's not where the offense is running on all cylinders. So far on this drive, doing a really good job. Got fortunate with the penalty, and now you're able to have this opportunity to sustain this drive.
2nd and 7, ball at the 40. Swings it out to Gallion. One man to beat. He cuts inside. He's down at about the 30. Flag on the play.
It looks like it's going to be a sideline warning again. Something must have happened down here. But I think the flag's definitely going to be on Acadiana for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
As it stands, Gallion has a gain of about 10 and a first down, but there is a flag on the near sideline. And they've already been issued a sideline warning earlier. So we'll have to wait and see where they respot this football. Ball's going to be respotted at the 45, and I believe it's going to be 2nd and about 13.
I'm not exactly sure what happened down on the sideline because there was nobody in his way. He didn't run into anyone. There were no Acadiana coaches in the way there, but yet nonetheless he threw the flag on the sideline.
Timeout down on the field. It looks like the near side referee, he's having a hard time of it tonight, Nick.
Yeah.
Near side referee was not prepared for that play to take place. Number 16 right here, Gabriel DeQueer, was looking at the referee to make sure his positioning at the wide receiver was good to go, and the referee wasn't even looking at him. Stoppage down on the field, and we'll have to wait and let them kind of regroup here. As it stands, like I mentioned, it's going to be 2nd and about 13. Ball is currently spotted at the 45. So
before I came up here in the booth, I spent a couple of years down on the sideline, and so I've heard a few of those conversations that happen between coaches and officials, and not all of them are very pleasant. So it's a lot of choice words being thrown around down there by the coaches and those officials, and especially in Lake Charles, you can kind of get the raw end of the deal sometimes.
Handoff up the middle, keeping those feet moving. I believe this is Simon on the carry. Give him a gain of about 5, so Acadiana gets a little bit of it back. It'll be 2nd and roughly 7.
Yeah.
3rd and 7.
Be about 3rd and 7. Yeah, a little bit more manageable than what a 3rd and long would have been. So a nice 5-yard gain right there to kind of open up the playbook a little bit. I would say this is probably 4-down territory. You're up by 2 scores, 10 minutes to go. You really want to kind of keep this drive going, keep that clock going. The clock is really what you're worried about right here. So I would say you have two plays to pick up this 7 yards.
3rd and 7. Ball at the 39-yard line. Snap. Joseph up the middle, not able to keep his feet. He does dive forward for a gain of roughly 3. So it looks like Acadiana is going to be faced with a 4th and about 4, maybe even 3. We're going to have to see what Doug Dotson and James Estes want to do right here, but I agree. I believe this is 4-down territory, especially with where they are on the field.
Yeah, at this point, you're playing against the clock, so it's not even about what Sam Houston's able to do. You just want to keep the ball and keep that clock churning, burn that clock. We saw last week what happened. You got the ball with 8 minutes to go. You burned the entire clock off the scoreboard before you took the lead, and that allowed you to win the football game. So you just want to do that again and sustain this drive and keep that clock moving.
Pass play, rolls out. DeBetta looking downfield, still looking downfield. He's going to throw it downfield. Is it caught? My goodness. Number 16, Gabriel DeQueer with a big catch. A big first down, moves the sticks for the Veer machine. What a throw, what a catch. And there is an injured Bronco down on the field, but my goodness, what a way to keep the sticks moving.
What more can we say about Colin DeBetta in this second half? I mean, the game was kind of inching its way towards being a Sam Houston momentum type of game. And what Colin DeBetta's been able to do individually with the kickoff return and then the interception and now a tremendous pass on 4th down to DeQueer for a big gain. I mean, you're talking about an individual effort that's really willing his team to win. And that's the leadership that you're looking for. And you look from that from a senior. Colin's only a junior, so we got one more year of DeBetta in this program to really give you that type of leadership, and that just shows you how when you get to Colin DeBetta, who's been playing since his freshman year and really feeling like he's the leader, and now he's the quarterback of this team, and people are really turning to him despite being a junior to be a leader on this team, and Colin's really stepped up in the second half, kind of put it on his shoulders and leading this team to the end of this game and hopefully a win.
Number 16, Gabriel DeQueer, not a name we call all too often at the wide receiver position, but what a fantastic job that young man did by getting to the sideline, finding the sideline, keeping both feet in, and making a phenomenal catch on a very important third down play. And now Acadiana is at the 14-yard line in the red zone, and they have a golden opportunity to take a 3-score lead late in this ball game.
Yeah, I would expect them to keep it on the ground here. You want to keep that clock moving. I mean, obviously you went to the air on 4th down. It didn't matter if it was incomplete. The ball was going to go over to the other side, but you complete the pass, and now you're just running clock and trying to get in the end zone and, like you said, make this a 3-score game.
Lamartina up the middle. Ty getting a chance at running back. Give him a gain of I believe it looks like 3. Should be 2nd and 7. Bear with us, folks. Where the sticks are on our side of the field tonight. We're actually calling this ball game on the away side with Acadiana. Sam Houston over here has 2 press boxes, so we're on the away side, and it's kind of hard to see at times where the sticks are, but bear with us. 2nd and 7 in the red zone. Ball's at the 11. Handoff once again to Lamartina. Dives ahead to, I believe, about the 7-yard line. Give them a gain of about 4. It's going to be 3rd, and it looks like 3.
Yeah, a little birdie told me that the side that we're on used to be the home side, and when they redid everything, they turned the other side into the home side, and they have a nicer press box on that side. This side's, the old press box, but still very nice. I mean, we feel comfortable up here.
Very
we're just
comfortable.
on the opposite side of what we're used to calling it on.
3rd and a long 3. Handoff up the middle. They crash down on that one. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Let's call it 4th and 3. I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be 4th and 3, maybe 4th and 2. Acadiana's going to have to make a decision here. I'm going for it. I mean, you're deep in the territory. If you somehow not able to get it right here, it doesn't kill you. You still up 2 scores. Got to see who you want to hand it to here. As it stands, looks like Deion Simon and Ty Lamartina lined up at running back.
Acadiana can pick up a 1st down, just as a note.
Handoff to Simon. Dives forward. It's going to be very close. Hard to tell where we are. And it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah.
Deion Simon gets his name called in a crucial 4th down opportunity. Gets just enough to move the sticks. And it's going to be 1st and goal Rams, ball at about the 3.
That was the right call to go for it there. They pick up the 1st down and move the sticks. And more importantly, the clock keeps running, right? If you'd have gotten the end zone, you have a little over 7 minutes. Now you're able to march it down. You're under 7 minutes now, 6:55 to go in this football game, and Acadiana on the step of the end zone.
Don't get cute here. Just punch it in the end zone. 1st and goal. Lamartina up the middle. Ty Lamartina with a rushing touchdown, and Acadiana takes a 3-score lead late in this ball game, 41-21, pending the point after.
Well, I'll tell you what, very fortunate with that fumble earlier in the drive to keep the ball on the face mask. Simon not really expecting the ball there. Get it. Curtis, the better baseball drive to sustain the drive. You go forward on 4th down there in the red zone, get a 1st down. So this has been a really good Acadiana drive to kind of, I would say, put this game away here in the 4th quarter.
Marquez's kick is up and good. 42-21 with 6:43 left to go in this ball game. Stick around. We'll bring you some more Wreckin' Ram football here on WRP.
Hey, Wreckin' Ram fans, that's right, I'm in Big D, and I don't mean Dallas, Tucson, Louisiana, where a dream became a destination. At Knox and Tucson, timeless family recipes get a personal twist. Every bite has Louisiana flavor, from plate lunches to specialty burgers, to po' boys, fresh seafood, both grilled and boiled. And every Thursday through Saturday, we turn up the charm with live music and our very own Cajun Exotico breakfast every other Saturday morning. And don't forget brunch every Sunday. So come down to Knox and Tucson, a proud supporter of Acadiana High School. Knox and Tucson, don't knock it till you try it. Go Rams!
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial. Acadiana taking a 3-score lead, 42-21 late in this ball game. And I tell you what, Sam Houston for a little bit in this second half gave Acadiana all they can handle, but what a great job by Acadiana to respond, particularly Colin DeBetta with a big, kick return, with a big interception, and then Ty Lamartina getting into the action with a rushing touchdown. Love to see that going on tonight. Marquez's kick is away, drilled, if I'm being honest with you, well over the head of the kicker Turner and into the end zone. Broncos will have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, it was getting hairy there at the end of that third quarter until Colin was able to take the game over and make some individual plays. The kickoff return for the touchdown, the interception, a nice throw there, a nice 4th down throw there to DeQueer to sustain that drive and keep it going and keep those sticks moving. So far it's been a really good first half. The second half wasn't off to that good of a start, and then Colin DeBetta, with an individual effort, kind of put the game on his shoulders, kind of took the game over a little bit, and really got Acadiana to this point where they're back in control with 6:43 to go, and really looking forward to getting a W here.
Yeah, Travis Gallion, near side cornerback, and Colin DeBetta, the far side cornerback. Bro, going to hand it off. It's going to be thrown downfield. One-on-one opportunity. It is picked off by Colin DeBetta.
Wow.
He's down the sideline, the 20, and he's going to run out of bounds just shy of the 15. Colin DeBetta with his 2nd interception of the night. What more can you say about the young man?
I'm not sure with the way the second half went that I'm challenging Colin DeBetta on that throw. I mean, I'm not throwing it that way. I'm not throwing it to that side. I'm going to the other side of the football field, not saying you'd have fared much better against Travis Gallion in that corner, but the way Colin's playing, you're almost asking yourself for trouble. And Colin comes up with another interception and just really putting his stamp on this game as far as taking control with individual efforts. Colin DeBetta, what more can you say about his efforts so far at the end of the third and the fourth quarter?
If anybody out there is watching tonight and you're a member of the Lafayette media, I found your player of the week. Colin DeBetta, you need to look no further. This man is putting the Wreckin' Rams on his back tonight. 1st and 10 Rams. Handoff, Joseph, ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin DeBetta. He's just going to get what he can. I believe it might be a gain of 1 or no gain, but look, another momentum-saving play, and just the wherewithal from the junior quarterback to jump on a fumble. You know, that's about what, the 2nd or 3rd fumble we've seen tonight. Acadiana's got fortunate with a couple of them.
Yes.
But that's something that's got to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Big game next week. I mean, we're 6 minutes away from getting back on the road and heading back to Bill Dotson Stadium for a shot at the outright district championship. Got to clean up these fumbles. Handoff. Fights forward. Nice gain. Give him a gain of, man, maybe even 8. It's going to be 3rd and short. I believe that was Deion Simon on the carry. He's been a very effective runner tonight.
That's really what you want to see as we close out this football game, a clean end to the game. No turnovers, no penalties, no crazy stuff that's going to allow Sam Houston to get the ball back and maybe feel like they can make a few things happen. So just end this game cleanly, no fumbles. We saw a fumble there on that drive, and Cole, you're absolutely right. It has to get cleaned up. You got a big game coming up next week. You don't want that to rear its head at the worst time. So a clean ending to this game is what we're looking for.
Simon and Lambertina in the ball game. Hand off to Simon up the middle. Give him a short gain. It looks like he's right at the stick. I believe he's going to be short. This is going to be a 4th and 1. I haven't seen any signal from the referee, and there it is, 4th down. So 4th and 1, maybe even shorter than that. And I believe we'll see Deion Simon carry this ball one more time, Nick.
Yeah, I think you go for it here. Like the same thing as the last time. You're down there in the red zone. If you don't get it, you know, Sam Houston has to march down 80-plus yards, 90-plus yards. So I would say that this is the right move to go for it down here.
4th and 1. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap, handoff, Lambertina fights forward. 1st and goal, Rams. Good run right there by Ty Lambertina.
He's just a big kid. I mean, he just runs it full speed. He's not the quickest, like we said earlier, but when he gets the ball, he's just running full bore. He's giving you everything. I don't know of any games this year that Ty hasn't given you 100%. And right there, he gives it to you again. Once he gets the ball, just running full speed, it's enough. It's big enough. It's strong enough to get you the 3 yards for the 1st down.
I tell you what, man, Ty's such a gamer. Started the year as the starting quarterback, got replaced in week 3, but ever since then, he's been electric in the special teams, been a very good receiver, a running back at times as well. Just effective in every way we use him. Balls on the ground. Balls on the ground. There's a fight for the football. I believe Acadiana has it because I don't see any signals from Sam Houston. And what was a fumble actually is going to turn into a gain of about 3, and it's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you when you don't want it to hurt you. This game's over. I mean, there's 3 minutes to go in the game, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. You're going to win. A fumble's not going to hurt you here. It could hurt you next week. It could hurt you in the playoffs.
If I can make a quick assessment, it looks like these fumbles between the center and the quarterback happen more frequently in the red zone at the goal line. The center's got to make sure that he's getting the ball in the hands of the quarterback right here. What I mean by that is don't lean forward as you're snapping. Make sure the quarterback has a clean snap. You got to get it in the hands of him before you can take off and make your block. Ball's on the ground. Ball's still on the ground, but it's going to be jumped on. Hard to tell who recovered it. I believe that was Colin DeBetta. Going to be third and goal. Ball's going to be respotted at the 12. That was not a fumbled snap, though. That was a fumble of the mesh point of the handoff.
Cole, you're right about what you're saying and your assessment of what's going on, but I mean, it's been happening all season. I mean, if it's going to get cleaned up, when's the time to get cleaned up? I mean, we've seen 2 fumbles just on this drive inside the red zone. Like, it's something that's plagued the team all year long, the fumbles. And look, a lot of the fumbles, Acadiana's recovering, but there's going to be some fumbles where you don't recover in a big moment in the game, in a big spot where the game is still in the balance, and Acadiana's going to get hurt by it. So it's something that we wanted to see this drive close out clean. That hasn't happened. So you would have preferred this drive to be a lot cleaner without these fumbles. So far, 2 fumbles on this drive. It's been something that's happened all season down there in the red zone, and it's still not cleaned up. So at this point, we're running out of time to get it cleaned up.
Acadiana's going to take a good timeout right there, and we're going to take a quick timeout with them. Come on back for some more WRP here on YouTube.
At the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, we believe building a strong organization starts with preparation, leverages teamwork, and harnesses the character of each individual. While using cutting-edge technologies and state-of-the-art equipment, our brave deputies are dedicated to keeping you and your loved ones safe. We're more than law enforcement. We're a team working together in service of our communities. The Acadiana Wreckin Rams know a lot about service, teamwork, and winning. When you're ready to join our championship team, come by or give us a call.
Wayne Hooper Memorial, 42-21. Your Wreckin Rams lead with 2:15 left to go in this ball game. It's going to be 3rd and goal, but ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Let me ask you, Nick, you thinking run play, pass play? You trying to cut some distance for a manageable 4th down? What would you personally do right here?
I would be honest. I'll run the ball, see what I get. Why don't you let Josh kick one? I mean, it would be nice to see him get one through the uprights. It could be something that you need later on.
Ty takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Give him a gain of 2. It's going to be spotted at the 10, and we might see Josh Marquez with a field goal opportunity here, and I believe we will. Looks like he's got his helmet on, and he's going to start walking onto the field.
Yeah, you got to give Josh Marquez the opportunity to kick field goals in game. We see him booting it from 30 and 40 yards in the pregame, but he doesn't really get the opportunity. And look, I don't really want him to get a whole lot of opportunities because that means we're scoring touchdowns. But if you get the opportunity to give him a kick, why don't you let him have a chance? And right now I think this is the perfect time to do it. The game's not in balance, not a big pressure situation. Let Josh go out there and kick it and put 3 more on the board.
Yeah, it looks like Doug Dotson's looking at the head ref. He's going to take a timeout when this clock runs down. We'll go ahead and keep it here, though, being that we just took a commercial. But he's going to take a timeout. He's going to bring his field goal unit on. And I agree with you, Nick. You know, when we're getting closer to the end of the season, closer to playoff time. And, you know, Josh has been a very effective punter for us this year, but we haven't really seen him kick too many field goals. Of course, that's a credit to how well the Veer machine has played this well. When we're in the red zone, normally we're able to convert those opportunities into touchdowns. But to your point, you got to get that young man comfortable with kicking field goals because, you know, when you get into the playoffs, you're going to have to call upon people that maybe haven't got a lot of chances in the regular season, and obviously Josh Marquez being the kicker is certainly one of them.
We're not playing a whole lot of tough opponents in this district so far. You know, you're playing against your New Iberias and your Sulphurs tonight against Sam Houston, a game Acadiana won pretty easily. And, you know, when you get to the playoffs, it's not going to be that easy. You got a tough game next week against Carencro. Then once you get to the postseason, you're looking at making runs against teams like Turlings, John Curtis, Edna Carr. If you were able to get to that point, you might need Josh Marquez to go out there and kick a field goal. So anytime you give him an opportunity to put one through the uprights, I think it's good for his confidence moving forward, and I like this opportunity. Not a big pressure situation. Let him go out there and kick it. Let him see one go through.
Well, never mind, Nick. They just proved us completely wrong.
All right,
Josh
then.
Marquez had his helmet on in the huddle. We're thinking he's going out to kick one. But Tyler Martinez under center, 4th and goal from the 10. Three-step drop. He throws a fade route to Colin. It's a good ball. Colin DeBetta. Oh, my goodness. He's done it all tonight, Nick.
Well, Cole, you were talking about members of the media having a player in the game or something like that. Let's just say you're somebody for the athlete who's going to be writing a story for this game in the paper. I think Colin DeBetta wrote the story for you, so it's going to be a touchdown for Colin DeBetta. And yeah, Colin's just done it all. And, I mean, that's just the focus of what's happened so far in this second half. First half was about as good as you can be. Second half wasn't so great until Colin DeBetta kind of turned it on and took it into his own hands.
Bad snap. Marquez able to still get the kickoff, so a credit to that young man. 49-21, your Wreckin' Rams in firm control with 1:22 left to go in this ball game. We'll take our last timeout, but come on back for the finale of this one on WRP.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The View.
Welcome back to Wayne Hooper Memorial, where you just watched Ty Lambertina throw a touchdown strike to Colin DeBetta. Marquez's kick is a sky kick taken in at the 25. Returner breaks a couple tackles, but he'll be brought down just shy of the 35, and that's where the Broncos will have it 1st and 10 with about 1:15 left to go in this ballgame. Nick, we were talking about it at the break. Colin DeBetta, passing touchdown, 2 interceptions, receiving touchdown. The only thing he doesn't have is that rushing touchdown for the trifecta.
No, incorrect. He doesn't have a rush touchdown, but he has a return touchdown.
That's true.
Two interceptions. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a remarkable game from Colin DeBetta. It felt like you needed a spark from somebody on the team once it was kind of getting a lull into that third quarter, and Colin DeBetta offered you that. So that's been a nice game from number 6.
Bro in the shotgun takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Haney, and he's got a big old hole across the 40, 45, and he'll be tackled by J.L. Malbrew. It'll be good enough for a gain of about 15 and another Bronco first down. I can't say enough about the Broncos' rushing attack. It looks like J.L. Malbrew down on the field right here, up and walking off the sideline. Again, I can't say enough about the Broncos' rushing attack. Acadiana's had their hands full with it. Gavin Breaux, the quarterback, and E.J. Haney. I mean, listen, we talked about it before the game, if I can find my notes. I mean, these are guys that have combined for close to 400 yards on the ground by themselves last week against New Iberia, and they had a very successful night doing just about the same against the Wreckin' Rams. So a credit to Sam Houston, just their defense was not able to contain the Veer machine. 1st and 10. Bro, handoff. No, he's going to keep it himself. Going for the far side. He's across the 50, cuts inside, give him a gain of about 5. There is a flag on the play, and I believe this may be a personal foul against Sam Houston.
If Sam Houston had any semblance of a defense, this game would have been a lot different, right? They just had no answer for what Acadiana was doing. They got a couple of 3-and-outs in that third quarter, but then Colin DeBetta kind of turned it on, and that kick return really took away any momentum and kind of gave it back to Acadiana there in that third quarter, the kick return from DeBetta. But if Sam Houston just had a little bit more defensively, they probably could have stuck with this game, because Cole, the rushing attack with Bro and the running back, it's really effective, and it's given Acadiana a lot of fits.
So penalty, let's see.
Marching it off against the Rams.
It's going to be 2nd and 5. I'm very confused here. Okay, they're just moving the hash marks. So after it's all said and done, 2nd and 5, ball at the 48-yard line with a running clock, 40 seconds left to go in the ball game, and we're just trying to get out of here with a nice victory tonight against the Broncos. Bro calls for the ball, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Haney once again. Breaks the tackle, and he's brought down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of, let's see, maybe 12, but certainly good enough for another Bronco first down. E.J. Haney, I would love to see their numbers after the game because this loss is no fault of Gavin Bro or E.J. Haney. They played very well tonight.
Yeah, both of them probably over 100 yards rushing, and a very effective attack by the two-man right there. The RPO is very effective and has given Acadiana a lot of trouble tonight.
10 seconds left to go in the game. Bro calls for the football. He's going to throw it. It's complete at the 30. Falls forward for a gain of about 9, but that'll do it. Your Acadiana Wreckin Rams able to overcome a pretty ugly third quarter and a momentous third quarter for the Broncos. Colin DeBetta takes over in the early fourth quarter, and Acadiana's Veer Machine able to put the rest to bed. Final score over here is 49-21. Your Wreckin Rams get to take this one back to Bill Dotson Stadium next Friday night for a chance for an outright District 3-5A title against their hated rival, the Carencro Golden Bears.
We talked about a potential trap game tonight. That's not what happened. Acadiana came out in the first half and really set the tone, played a really good first half, and took a 3-score lead in the halftime. That second half was a little clunky. The third quarter was a little rusty. They didn't look that great coming out of halftime. Sam Houston made some adjustments, made it a 1-score game. And then Colin DeBetta happened. And Colin DeBetta just took the game over. Punt return, 2 interceptions, a receiving touchdown. He just really did it all tonight in this football game, and you needed it. It looked like you needed some kind of spark, an individual effort of some kind to get this game back on track after Sam Houston had made it a 1-score game, and that's what Colin DeBetta did. And look, you turn to those leaders, you turn to your quarterback, you turn to your senior leaders, your upperclassmen. Colin DeBetta, a junior, but kind of plays more like a senior, and he's had a very prominent role in this offense for a few years, and so that's what Colin DeBetta offered there in the second half. Great win. I mean, it's exactly what you needed to do against Sam Houston as you look forward to the game against Carencro. And so we know what happened last week against Carencro. We know what Southside was able to do to them last night, putting 70 points on the board. That has absolutely no bearing on what's going to happen next week at Bill Dotson Stadium. So Acadiana did what they had to do tonight here in Moss Bluff, got the victory over Sam Houston, and now you can officially turn all your attention to the Carencro Bears.
You know, Nick, over the years I've said that Acadiana and Carencro has been a pretty friendly rivalry in the sense of its family members playing family members, friends playing against friends. These coaches, you know, they've coached together and against each other forever. So I've always referred to it as a friendly rivalry. That might not be the case this year. There's a lot of storylines on and off the field that'll be coming up next week. And it's I don't want to call it chippy before the game actually takes place, but like I said, there is a lot on the line next week at Bill Dotson Stadium. To your credit, and you just said it, that 70-35 loss against Southside, you could throw that out the window. It was a poor showing for Carencro, but they're gonna bring everything they got against the Wreckin Rams. They know what's on the line, bragging rights, on and off. It's just there's so many storylines that you can run through, and that we will run through next week whenever we take on the Carencro Bears. But listen, you know, when the season started 0-3, me and you had a lot of conversations about, man, where are we heading? Where's this team going? We always knew that, you know, district schedule was looming, and you had pretty much a 3 or 4 games, stretch where you were going to play the New Iberias and the Sulphurs and the Lafayettes, and you were going to be able to regain your footing there. But I think last week's win against Southside, me and you looked at each other and you said, okay, we're back. We're on track. We're a well-oiled machine again. You beat a really good Southside team, and they showed you they were a really good team of what they did with Carencro last night. But you're back on track now. You've just rattled off 6 wins in a row. You moved to 6-3 overall and 6-0 in District 3-5A. If I would have told you after that 0-3 start that we would go undefeated into Week 10 with a chance to win the district championship outright at Bill Dotson, there's not much you can ask for, especially against your biggest rival, Carencro.
Yeah, it really could have gone south. And I think it's a credit to the coaches for kind of keeping the kids focused and the kids really buying in to what was being sold to them. And so I I like where they're at, and the team is playing clean. I think that game against Southside really kind of told you where the team is, and now you can turn your attention to Karen Crow. Let's be honest, the district is weak. I mean, we were talking about it on the way up here. It's not the gauntlet that it used to be. Remember when you used to have to go through Barb and Sulphur and also Karen Crow, right? And that's just not the case. And so now it's a three-headed monster. It's a three-horse race. You got the first leg against Southside last night. You got the Karen Crow game coming up next week, and we know that Karen Crow's they're going to be angry. They're going to be really upset. They're going to want to wash that 70 points that they gave up last night out their mouth. And so if you take them for granted, they're going to come and catch you. And you're going to force that three-way tie atop the district if Karen Crow can catch you next week. So you got to have to go in there focused. And without all of the extra stuff you were talking about, the storylines and everything that we know that's surrounding this game and who's on that sideline now and who used to be on this sideline and all of that stuff, even without that, the Acadiana Karen Crow game is always a big monster game with lots of high emotions and very intense. And so if you add all that into it, along with the district championship on the line, along with a potential home game in the playoffs on the line, it just sets itself up for a massive game. And you just hope everything goes as cleanly and as orderly as you can. But there's no telling what's going to happen next week, and we just hope that the Acadiana comes out on top.
Well, it's Halloween night, but no spooky season here for the Wreckin' Rams. No tricks, all treats for your Wreckin' Rams in a 49-21 victory against the Sam Houston Broncos. Real quick, we want to thank our WRP student crew, Ms. Dayton LeBlanc, Ava Fatno, Dante Lipshaw, Jisnu Patel, Fong Nguyen, and Tyler Cox. That is the student crew of WRP. They do the camera work, the commercial work, basically all of the dirty work of the broadcast. So we want to thank them, and we certainly want to thank our audio producer, Mr. Denny Edwards, and our video producer, Mr. Bradley Gaho. As always, I am your play-by-play man, Cole Gilbo, and on the side of me, my very good friend and broadcast partner, Nick Fodno. Y'all enjoy your Halloween weekend. Enjoy it with your family. Enjoy it with your friends. But always remember one thing. Once a Ram, always a Ram. Have a good night, folks.
Do song!